Hello, I definitely wasn't screaming on the other end because I forgot that it was time to play D&D. But SenseiSuplex, he's always prepared, never to be scared ever again. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Blurry. Oh, did I fix it? Haha! Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of the 7 souls coming at each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are prepared, because it's about to be nothing but shenanigans as per usual. Also, hello everybody who I wasn't able to talk to yesterday. I'm alive! Wow, look at that. Oh boy, yesterday was rough. We had worked like 15 hours for making videos, and also we had to run the games and all that stuff. So thank you guys for everyone tuning on in. It does warm my heart every time I see you guys in chat. But I guess speaking of which, we are live on YouTube and we are live on Twitch. So hey, if you could do something a favor, and also hey Roller, long time no see. Welcome back to the stream. But if you ever have a chance or guys over on Twitch, go head over to the YouTube channel real quick. Go drop a like on the video and help us out over there. And also make sure you subscribe if you do. I don't really have any announcements besides, again, next week's games are canceled. We're gonna be hanging out with Valley Dreams, but yeah, that's about it. Peter giving inspo to Graz, you got it. Oh, also real quick, remember the commands and all that stuff for these sessions, they are working. They are in fact working. So all you got to do is just do exclamation point commands, or exclamation point interact, I think is the new thing, and you guys can actually see who or what you can do. You can, I think, battle each other for loyalty points on Twitch and a whole bunch of other craziness. So yeah, go check that out when you can. All right, let's go over to the new overlay, or not new overlay, but the old overlay, which is just the new overlay compared to this one. Oh god, my brain is tired. Help me out, guys. Help me out. I'm gonna just stop talking, let the players talk for me. All right. Players, I require you. My brain's fuzzy.
What?
I'm tired. My brain's tired.
Oh, brown bag fever. I got you.
I don't know what that means.
Wow.
I'm scared.
That means we're about to derail your campaign. Let's go!
Oh god. But how you guys doing? How you doing while I'm looking up brown bag fever?
Oh, Jesus.
It'll make sense once you read the definition.
Oh, no. It's more so I worked 15 fucking hours and I'm tired as shit. I got 5 hours of sleep.
Dude,
Damn.
you need a break.
Yeah, that's my break coming in next week.
Yeah, good. Seems like it's well timed.
This is, oh man, I'm fucking
This
tired.
is a week late, but whatever.
Yeah, you shut your mouth. But hey, I'm doing the little, or one thing that I recommend to all DMs, it's actually pretty nice and pretty good, pretty healthy as well. I'm doing the Matt Mercer thingy where he's doing for Critical Role Campaign 3, where it's like, I think they play like 3 times a month, like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that, and then the 1 week or the next week after that, then he just has a break a week, right? Just to catch up on prep time, just, you know, take a break and not explode. So yeah, definitely recommend it to any DMs out there. It's definitely fun and more than understandable. And, you know, it increases the quality of your campaign if you take a little bit more time to, you know, get things done and prepare.
Unless you have people who derail
his own advice.
Unless you have people that derail it. So every Soulbound game. Oh man. Alright, so real quick, Graz, you do have an inspiration point from the likes of Butcher Pete. And Ulf, you get an inspiration point from Dendogging, aka Quink.
It's Dendogging. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it today, boys.
Alright. So, did I not have this ready? I did not. I thought I did. My god. Well, hey, in the meantime, talk amongst yourselves, talk about all the shenanigans you're gonna do while I go find your freaking intro theme.
Since it's not being prepared with our intro theme, it's like we don't matter.
No, I pulled it up, but then
DM.
Goldfish Brain happened and kicked in, and I just opened up this, or I linked the wrong YouTube video over in the Discord announcement, so I had to go change that over there. It took like 8 minutes to do so. Shut your goddamn mouth, man. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying. See, my players bully me. Anybody
I'm
wanna,
not bullying you.
hey guys, I have a spot open for 10 a.m. Eastern.
Oh my god, no!
I have a spot open at 10 a.m. Eastern time for a special game on Saturday. That one Pyre kid, yeah, I don't know. They just weren't really fitting in with the.
He's Groz's only friend in this session. Please don't take him away.
Aw.
Damn, you said fuck Anth, right?
You see, yeah, you see how all this
was
works.
gone for half of this campaign. So was Thorin.
Oh my god.
They're here now.
You are Yahato. Let's be best friends, but please stop trying to murder everything.
You know, this is why Alf just is gonna start ignoring people and just be like, you know what? Me and Zappy, we're gonna hang out. Screw you guys. Like,
Oh man.
He's becoming the fucking guy who goes camping with his dog and there's other
right.
people
Just
running
stay away
around.
from
Hey.
What?
Gather around the table.
Hang
And
on, I
let me
gotta
tell
try
you
something.
all. A vote. Wait, what? What do you mean?
Nothing. I mean, hang on, I'll be right back.
God damn it, he does this all the fucking time. Alright, well, why is it not working? What the hell? Work. Damn you. Alright, here. Get out, Bardbot. Fucking suck.
Wow.
What? Okay, hold on. Bardbot's
much
actually
hostility.
not working. Oh, my god, every freaking time. Bardbot, you are a blessing for this Discord. I love you so much. You are a great bot being. Now,
Why
if
do
you
I feel
could,
like he's being sarcastic.
I would be sarcastic, but you know, I don't have time for that. But if you all could, please, actually, this time, gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits. For this, my friends, be the tale of the corruption within, and that of an everlasting frost. For this, be the tale of the soul bound and the seven souls.
Sensei has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, fuck! Ah, shit! Okay. Anyways, our tale would continue as we found our heroes being attacked in the middle of the night. Their combatants would be awakened trees conjured by a frost druid, a remora all controlled by a long-term enemy. However, this enemy individual being the blue dragonborn named Captain Dreaxel. While the fighting began to occur, Pyre, our Astral Genasi wizard, would begin to unleash the arcane, while taking a bit of a defensive position off to the side. Shielding blow from blow, he eventually turned towards our likes of the Tiefling Bard Anthrax, as he'd inspire his allies and keep his heroes, or keep the heroes onto their feet. The Oculi Warlock and Yahato would unleash an Eldritch strike after strike to finish off the enemies, but not before the Oculi Paladin and Ulf would unleash the wrath of Jormungandr. Thorin, the Bijou Sorcerer, would begin to unleash the flames and burn away the trees while siphoning their magic. While the Bearkin Valkyrie and Auroraverse would embody an aspect of the corruption to siphon and dismantle Dreaxel's will and control over the trees and the druid around. Now, after learning of what happened with the likes of the druid, she'd explained that she had been controlled by Dreaxel via the Black Star, a similar one to the likes of Auroraverse's hand. However, apparently Dreaxel was heading off to the mountains somewhere in the taiga, and whether this mountain was one leading to hell or somewhere else even more dangerous, that much was very unclear. But our heroes would have to remain aware of their surroundings for the time being. With that, survivors, what exactly will you discover next in your adventures? Will there be shenanigans, or will you actually get things done? Well, we'll have to find out in session 14 of Soulbound, the Seven Souls. With that, alrighty. Let us switch on over to this new map. Wow. And also, I can play this song for the time being.
But what I'm hearing is cowabunga shenanigans it is.
Of course. Boom. There we go. I think that should work. Sick, and now let me switch mats. I'm getting better at Bardbot, but Bardbot likes to just... it's very, very specific in the commands that you type and like how you word them, because any slight misspelling and it's over. It does not worth a damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's how most programs are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like coding or whatever. It's just like, you did, or you didn't uppercase this. Screw you, it didn't work.
Yeah, you know those images I was posting in chat of the like all the title names. Yeah,
Yeah.
ask me how much one character makes a difference, please. I will tell you. Oh man.
Oh, I know you probably know fish, especially what you do for your job. Yeah.
Spent 2 hours trying to find that I missed an E in the middle of a string.
Well, in the meanwhile, you all return as you continue forth traveling from your small campsite. The Leomund's tiny hut dome seeming to fade in the distance, and more as you continue forth in the snowy forests of the taiga. As you begin to do so, you all continue, but you all are stopped in your tracks for just a brief moment as you see an astral figure beginning to form. One by one, you begin to ready yourselves, grabbing towards your weapons or even your arcane spell books. But you'll notice as the individual is a familiar and kind of friendly face, the likes of one of the keepers, specifically Keeper Cass. You see as the massive individual adorned in the red cloak wearing a sort of silver mask begins to stand before all of you, before sort of holding his hands out and sort of, it says fine, it says I'm friendly, but before looking over to point towards Thorin. You'll see as he says, hello, I hope that your travels have been well, but I do need that one over there. His spirit is no longer active for the time being. I heard something about a celebration, an anniversary, if you will. So, I shall keep them safe. Alright, and with that, you'll see as Thorin will begin to slowly start marching forth. And with that, you'll see as he begins to vanish in the Keeper's cloak, before the Keeper Cass begin to wave you all goodbye, unless there's anything you want to say, ask to him.
Is the Keeper Cass the same as... Was that the name of the Keeper before?
No, you didn't know. Or actually, no, he did tell you. His name was Keeper Kaz. K-O-Z.
Oh, okay. So Kaz... Okay. Are they, like, dressed in, like, the same color of cloak and everything? Or is it, like, different colors? Or is
Nah, so the Keeper... here, I can actually get you his art. So the Keeper was always dressed in, like, a sort of, kind of a darker sort of tone. Dressed all in black, plague doctor's mask, and even a top hat adorned to him. Keeper Cass, however, is dressed in more of, a red cloak. You can see his art and all that stuff. The insides of it are astral, which wasn't similar to the Keeper, but there are bits of sort of Vulcan aesthetic to it, with feathers, a couple of Norse-esque runes, and more. But nah, they look almost completely different. Besides being big men with long billowing cloaks.
Sorry, I saw Roller's comment in chat.
So, with that, you look towards one another, you look towards the Force. A day of adventure is ahead of you. What would you all like to say, or what would you all like to do?
We had a long rest, right?
Yes, so if you haven't hit the long rest button, you may want to do that.
Okay. I don't know if I did or not. So let's just do it.
Alright. I'll tell you what, who's probably be leading the charge? I'd probably imagine Graz or Anth would be leading the charge. Probably Graz. This is your sort of wheelhouse, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Graz, if you can, make a perception check for me.
I was so excited to lead, then I realized I had to roll.
Until you rolled a goddamn 27, Jesus! Alright, so
In my terrain.
pretty much. And it actually feels very nice for you, Graz, because you actually get to do, something that's kind of normal that you're used to. You look over and around, kind of admiring the beauty of the taiga, despite its snowy sort of hellscape. And you notice as the snow begins to fall on sort of several leaves and branches, you do can't help but, or you can't really help but notice as there's bits of sort of plants life that might be useful, whether it be for medicine, whether it be for sort of materials and more. But here's a couple of things that you notice. Well, one, you notice as there is, for these trees off to the side, they're definitely strange. All of you are able to notice this, but Braz, you've seen this multiple times before. The trees, to put it as simply as possible, they're upside down. Let me explain. The trees, where their roots are, they're coming out of the legs of the ground, rather than, you know, the sort of bushes or the leaves and all that stuff coming from, you know, hanging on the outside. The roots themselves seem to almost spiral and trickle down into a sort of dome-like sort of sphere around the area. One could simply sort of, you know, kneel down and walk inside this sort of dome, but the roots regardless are definitely spiraling and strange. Besides these under or upside down trees, you notice again there's more plant life and more maybe useful for berries or whatever, but there also is this strange sort of tree off to the side that is glowing blue for some strange reason. Has this sort of almost spherical looking strange devices or plant life onto it. Not entirely sure what that's about. Haven't seen that one before. But could be dangerous, could be also very helpful. Regardless, 7 souls, it's up to you on what you want to do. Groswell, you have that information. You can share it to the party if you wish.
Everybody, oh, go ahead.
Can Pyre like try to look for food at this point? Because I don't think we have any food. I don't think we've eaten in a while.
That's exactly it. Roz is going to say, hey, everybody, there is a variety of plant life that we can have. I would like to describe what they are, the ones that are good for us and not the ones that are poison. We all should fan out and get some resources.
We can do that, but I did gain 7 things of food 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, but we probably should get more.
I agree with that. I'm just saying, out of game, we do have at least some resources.
Oh, okay. I know why. Here we
also
gotta
need to pay off our
subtract.
material debt.
Yeah, so let me subtract, because it's a new day, that's what it is. So let's see what resources you guys are at currently. So 7 souls, you gained your plus 7 food. There you go. You also have your 15 out of 20 water. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you who need to eat and drink. So you guys will have enough for the day, and you guys also have enough water for the day. Good stuff. 7 souls. You guys are good to go.
Yay.
Yay.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
All the foods.
We don't die. Woo!
Not of this.
We die at our own hand, dang it.
All right. So your resources should be updated, but yeah.
I can't believe Graz wants to eat innocent plant life after what happened last session.
You know that's not what oh my god.
All
You
right.
want me to make a face for it when you eat it?
So, making a survival check, Graz, looking around, you notice as there's this plant or these plants over here, that's not going to really help you out too much, but if you were to look over it, you find a bit of useful, how you say, or you find a little bit of use out of it, maybe for potential medicines and more. For over here, you'd gain +2 food stock. For over in this area, you'd probably notice as there are a couple of berries that you could easily pick. You check to make sure that they're not poisonous, but sadly, from what you can tell, they are poisonous. Which is useful for other reasons, but not useful for food. You gain about 3 stocks of medicine over here, so for a total of 5.
Graz is gonna pocket some of the poison berries.
You got it. +5.
And then she will call out to everyone and say, hey, I don't know what this blue plant is. Maybe it's magic, and someone should help identify it.
Hey, Sensei.
So,
Can Pyre
Running
pull out
away.
his shovel and start digging where the upside down tree is? Because he's curious if the tree is really upside down or if it's just a root system.
Sure thing. You pull out the shovel and you begin to start digging for a little bit. You'll probably actually notice as Zappy's gonna look over, he's just gonna see you digging. He's gonna just kind of instinctually look over, look to see, and he's just gonna start mimicking you. And he's just gonna start digging as well. All right. Between the both of you, it takes a little bit of time, but you notice as it intrigues you as you do find, strangely enough, bits of blades of greenery and foliage. This tree is actually upside down, but what definitely makes it curious is the fact that things are able to grow underground, specifically at least the, you know, the greenery, the wildlife portions, right? This is definitely strange.
Anything else interesting on this tree while I'm digging for the leaves, basically?
It is. You get a. You feel a sort of strange, sort of. You get just a strange feeling about this whole thing. This doesn't seem natural, and you haven't really heard too much about it. You begin to almost research into your notes. Make an Arcana check, Pyre. See if you find anything. Maybe you heard in passing.
Arcana check. Hey.
27, not bad, not bad. You begin to think of like, okay, well, let's go through the 3 pillars of magic: divine, the arcane, and spiritual type magic. So, with the arcane, or excuse me, with the divine, you try to guess, and due to our time in the arena of the gods, no real god would probably make a point out of flipping trees upside down, as far as you're concerned. With the arcane, well, you don't really know too many arcane spells, unless they are super, super powerful, able to manipulate and levitate devices, and then who would want to force them upside down doesn't really make much sense. So then you look towards the spiritual side of things and natural types of magic. You're getting a heavy sense that this is probably druid's craft of some sorts, but for what reason, why? But this is definitely a druid's doing, not a normal arcane practitioner.
Okay. All right.
As you look up, you're just gonna find Ulf just like staring at you, just absent-mindedly. Old habits die hard.
I was gonna kind of look and then just pull out his notebook and start taking notes and be like, "Oh, interesting, interesting." And then he's gonna just kind of turn back to Ulf when he's done. Probably Ulf still staring at him, just stare at him back, going,
Sorry. As he just like walks. Yeah, definitely wasn't staring.
Zap is just gonna rush over and just go follow Ulf. With that, begin to continue forth for a brief moment. What's your passive perception, Pyre?
not that high. I can't find it on here.
Let's see. Your passive perception is a 12.
Perception would be 12, yeah.
You just happen to, in the corner of your eye as you're sort of walking away, notice as the dirt from where you were digging is slowly just sort of forming back over. So all the little pile that you made is just slowly going back into the ground in the soil below. As if you never really started digging.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure thing. Sure thing. We'll get to that in just a minute. Hold that thought. So you're casting Detect Magic over there. I'll give you one little thing. You do get a heavy sense of, well, druidic, but transmutation magic. Alrighty. While that's happening over there, we look towards Anth, Graz, and Yahato. What are you three doing?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know what's more strange about this, the fact that it has blue thingies coming out, or the fact that it's literally upside down. Anything?
Wait. Are you talking about, like, out of character, are you talking about the tree with the blue things that's
Yeah, the tree.
upside down? Like, is that also upside down?
I think Sensei, is it upside down?
This one,
Sensei?
yes, this is also upside down.
It is.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. It's a little strange.
Can anyone check and see if it's magic?
No. If you guys want, you can make an Arcana check if you want to investigate it.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it, Anth. You begin to walk over and try to see what the heck this thing is about. Well, it's definitely magical. I'll tell you that much. You look over. You look over, and with a 10, you're at least able to note this. The way of or the sort of spheres themselves, they give off a sort of a similar vibe or aesthetic to a couple of gems and crystals that you guys have had plenty of experience with. You notice as the colors, they are sort of shifting, and it is quite beautiful. Possibly, I mean, well, Anth, you are a man who can appreciate coin. These are quite sort of aesthetically pleasing, possibly the smaller ones. If you really wish to, you could maybe even take a couple and try to sell them off. Maybe bits of jewelry, such as like earrings, rings, or anything like that. But besides that, they are storing a magical essence into them. You're just not sure what of.
So this is where all the fortune tellers get their crystal balls. I see.
Pretty sure that's not the case, but who am I to say that?
So he'll just motion for everyone else to get closer to. It's safe enough.
Fire's the only smart one.
Pyre's intrigued by
Fire
it.
backs up.
No, well, Pyre sees the ground moving, so he's like, wait a minute. He's gonna go back and look at
He just
it.
walks over, is like, oh, wait a minute, there's more here. So, question: are you picking any of the sort of things from this tree, or are you just looking at it? Because from what it seems like a game of chicken. Is like, okay, who's gonna pull it? Who's gonna grab it? I'm not gonna do it. I ain't touching that shit. Are you gonna do it? Nah.
Ant's going to use his sword to stick one of the branches and see if there's any kind of reaction in whatever the blue things are in the tree.
So not hitting the actual blue thing, but just hitting like the branch.
Seeing if there's anything, like if they are very sensitive to any kind of thing around them, because
You
I'm sure it looks very strange.
You'd notice as you begin to place your sword on the branch, we'll say this one, assuming it's the closest. You notice as it begins to shine a little bit brighter of a blue for a brief moment, but besides that, nothing really happens. You pull your sword away from it, and you do notice as there is a bit of glitter, a bit of sparkles and starlight onto it that eventually fades after a bit of time.
No laughing by any chance.
Make a perception check. 15. Nah, not from what you can hear.
Okay. Yeah, so why don't you pick one of those and come back and
God damn it.
let's investigate.
Yeah, sure, why not? And he picks up one of them.
Oh man. All right. You pick up one of them. First things first. Make a charisma saving throws. It's not as bad. I know this is crazy, but it's not as good or it's not as bad as you think. 17. Yahato, you begin to hear in your head, oh god, I have to, give me 1 second, I gotta practice this.
Oh.
You hear off to the side, ooh, you are no fun. And that's it.
The hell? Wait, guys. Someone hear that?
What? We yell from far away because we abandoned you.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything. Come closer to us. You're safer in the group, I suppose. Yeah.
I am enthralled with that dog right now, Fish.
I just love where Graz is at right now.
He brought me his llama. He's
Best
like,
boy.
this is my llama.
Oh man. So Yeah, so you hold the likes of the bead in your hand, and it's very fair, pristine for the most part. It contains a little bit of magical essence, but it seems to almost or coat a bit of your hand or your fingertips with this sort of blue sparkly dust. But that's about it for right now. You can make an Arcana check if you wish, though.
Alright, I'll try.
18. I assume, Anth, you probably told Yato about mana crystals, right?
No.
Nope. Okay, never mind.
Nope, he did not. What I have.
He left that detail out of the reason why he went to hell.
And
Oh man. So Yato, this seems to be like not a jewel, but a small condensed version of magic, raw or containing all of its sort of raw chaotic energy into a single solitary device. If one was to probably let it out, well, one could maybe absorb said magic, but considering that it's wild and untamed, could be also potentially dangerous or potentially benefiting.
I guess I'll just look at it and ask Ant again. I don't know. This thing seems to talk to me. This is weird, and I don't like it. You know anything about it, Ant?
Not really. No. I haven't had any experience with anything like that before.
Seems to
Hey,
say that
Fire.
I'm not fun. It seems to say that I'm not fun or something. Should I try to break it to prove it wrong?
No! Pyre,
And,
why don't you go check that out, please?
and that's going like, Pyre. I think we
Pyre's-
need you. Huh?
Pyre's is over here looking over at the ground, just like, and you look to see, and it is like where Zappy and you were digging, it is completely normal, as if you never really touched it. It's not even like, it's not even a sort of case where the dirt seems unsettled. It's completely grown back, like grass and more.
And the detect magic has gone off.
The detect magic, do you learn the spell itself, or do you just learn the type of magic?
I believe it's
Let's see. Create aura. Access see any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Yeah, it's the type.
Yeah,
The
so it
school
should-
of magic.
yeah, you just learn transmutation. Heavy transmutation in this area, and then also where is it? That area by Anth and Zappy.
Okay. Well, he's gonna be like, oh, okay. And he's gonna kind of start walking back on, hey, what's up? What are we doing? And just kind of like clueless about what was going on behind him.
Yahatsu here found some interesting. Well, I'm not sure exactly what they are. Apparently, he's hearing voices.
I still have the detect magic up. It lasts for like a minute and it's within 30 feet, I believe.
Oh, okay. So with that, this would be classified as raw
10
chaos
minutes.
magic. So this is similar to, or very similar to, a mana crystal.
Oh.
Seems
But
to
they're
just
not
be in a,
They're not mana crystals, though.
not really, but from what you can tell with your detect magic, it promote the same wild magic effect. Seems to be just contained in a different type of state rather than just a crystal, you know, like a gem shard.
Oh.
But it does promote an interesting idea. Make an intelligence check, Pyre. Same thing with you, and Yahato.
Intelligence? Yeah, that one.
22. 19.
Save or
Nah, just a check.
okay.
Not bad, not bad between all three of you. Also, don't forget to change your dice.
I'll do it later.
I'm pretty sure that shuts the server down, so...
Yeah.
Do it anyways, no, I'm kidding.
So you have to be
Oh,
very
okay.
sure about your changes.
Nah,
Are you sure?
between you, you three, put your brains together and you think, okay, well, mana crystals, from what you've always found, you just find them typically in caves or just lying about, right? But with these, it makes you wonder if this is coming from a tree. You wonder if you could actually grow mana crystals and what type of things that you could use a mana crystal tree possibly for.
Crystal bombs. Just say it. We can do
I
it.
was thinking. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Oh, by the way, there was in the camp we left before. There was all those things gathering our what they call debt that you had to pay. What's that all about, and what exactly
I
are you in debt
believe.
for?
Oh, that's him then.
We have a debt to I don't know if you know him, the Sewer King. Something about to transport us to here. Yeah. I wonder if he'll take these for payment. Oh, by the way, these seem to be another type of mana crystal, but not crystal, something you could grow.
A mana what?
Oh, yes, you don't know about those. Do we actually have
No.
mana crystals left?
I believe so. Let me check.
Yeah.
Okay. Pyro's gonna pull one out and be like, mana crystal. You crush it. There's some funky things that go on, but it's you can use the energy to regain your spell ability. You know, if you're exhausted, you can crush one and get some back.
Hmm.
I'm
What
assuming-
are possibly the drawbacks of it? It seems too good to be true.
Yes, when you crush them, you never know what's going to happen. You might get the ability back, but whether or not something bad also happens,
Hmm.
Oh.
You know,
Interesting.
we actually, we brought back our Bijou friend with it, recrystallizing their arms with them. Yeah, 4 explosions of different abilities, something about lead as well, yeah.
All right. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll need it later.
I think we should definitely take these,
We have a safe place to store them. Because if we accidentally crush one of them, then it seems like bad things could happen.
Sensei, how volatile are these things? Are these like paper thin? You like can barely it doesn't take a lot to crush with your hand, or are these like
Yeah.
pineapple?
I
where
was about to
it's-
find out.
So, if you're, this is the question. Are you trying to like test the limits of like, okay, how much force do I gotta expend or exert to crush this thing?
You know what? I pick it up with Mage Hand, float it away 30 feet, and just
Yeah.
start kind of squeezing it with Mage Hand because it can only do about 5 pounds of pressure.
Yeah. So as you begin to do so, you squeeze for a bit, testing out the waters. These things are resilient. A lot more resilient than the normal mana crystals. It would probably take, from what you could tell, someone genuinely just throwing this onto the ground and smashing it to probably break it rather than just simply cracking or crushing it, you know?
Or shooting it like a cannonball.
Or shooting it like a
Cutting it in
cannonball.
half.
We could trade these to Ingot, and he'll have explosive ammo of magical abilities.
That's exactly what I was thinking, actually.
Just open another portal that's full with one. Oh,
Well, we can trade resources now. So,
Well, speaking of which, you guys begin to see or hear a knocking sound. You look around like, what the fuck was that? You all begin to look and see as... Did everybody hear that? You all look about, and you just hear more and more knocking as it begins to emanate from the likes of this tree. Just...
would Pyre know that there is a certain spell that does this as a cantrip?
Yeah, you would.
Because I'm pretty sure wizards know it.
Yeah.
Also, detect magic is still going up within 30 feet. Am I getting any pings other than the expected?
Divine magic, or you know, that sort of realm. Divination kind of, but more of like a celestial type magic.
Okay.
But it's just sort of emanating from this tree over and over again.
Gotcha. Fire's gonna start picking more with Mage Hand.
All right, as
Like,
you
not like ravaging the tree, but you know, like healthy harvesting. You know, responsibility.
as you
Learn something from me.
as you begin to do so, just make a survival check. But as this is sort of happening, you just hear, "Open the fucking door!"
Wait, what?
That's what you hear, just muffled. And you just hear more and more knocking.
Guys, pretty sure this tree is talking to us.
I'm not a tree!
Saying what's going on with you and you hearing voices? I have heard nothing.
What?
He
Wait,
can
what?
hear it, right?
Yeah, he can hear it.
Not a tree? Wait, what?
And what are you?
I'm a spirit. Get me out of here.
Where
just say
are
spirit?
you?
You think it said spirit?
Hmm.
We start looking for like doors
I'm
or
in the
something.
tree. It's a long story. Just get me out, please.
Why would we get you out?
Cause I have mail for you, jackass.
Oh,
Can you speak a bit clearer, please?
Get me out of the tree, and yeah.
are you like grown into the tree, or are you in like a cavity in the tree?
The big man put me or summoned me stupidly, decided to put me in the tree, and I can't get out.
And he
Big
starts
man.
knocking on the tree. Tell me when I kind of get close to you.
You see, it's just like closer, and as soon as you begin to reach out, kind of towards head level to where you are, Pyre, he's like, right there, yeah, right there.
Fire looks back. Do we actually let him out? It's like
We
looking
could
at other
test the
people.
volatility of these berries by throwing one at a tree, you know.
No.
Oh, I was just kidding. I would never even imagine doing that.
I shoot a look at Anth. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that thought too. You know, just. Okay. Then Pyre out of nowhere pulls out a crowbar out of his backpack and like starts jamming it and like trying to pry off the bark and like trying to like get whatever's out of this tree.
You got it. As you begin to sort of start prying out this thing, you look over and you see like a sort of shining yellow light for a brief moment, and eventually, one by one, as you take bits of the bark wood off, you see as there is a glowing yellow eye and a circular individual as they just sort of break themselves free for the likes of your help. And you see as the individual is circular in nature, small, but with these two strange fins about them. They seem to have a sort of brown jacket going down, the large or sort of hat with a front bill on top. And you also notice as they have a very overgrown or oversized bag that's kind of like a satchel off to the side as you see this individual. Special shout out to Mort for being able to draw this beautiful bastard.
So I'm gonna start using mending to like repair the tree and like cover, like, you know, put the wood back, mend it back up.
Easy enough. As you
So
begin,
good.
as you begin to or mend the likes of the tree, you'll see as the individual begin to start floating out from it. Yeah, fine, thank you. Jeez. I don't know why, but apparently the freaking, I don't know, the head honcho's been a little bit slipping a little bit. and decided to just start putting us wherever he feels like, you're not even caring if we're in the ground or not. Eh. Hey, you well, you guys don't have a name yet. I don't know, I think your name is Yahato, Guazwawaw, I think that's an Anthrax, and also, Zappy, and a Wolf. Is that you? Hey, where's Theon?
He's
For
gone
costs.
today.
Alright, well, I assume that's your name. You got mail, just a little bit. So I guess, for introduction, I'm Gary the Mail Spirit. If you ever need anything, like, sort of delivered, then I'm your guy. I'm new to the place, new to the job, new to voting. This place sucks, but here we are. So if you ever need to trade some materials or some mana, then I got you. I'm your spirit, huh?
You said your name was Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
Bree, do you also deliver anything else like letters or anything by any chance? Groz isn't verklempt, I am. She's saying it like normal.
Yeah, in time, but not right now. That's not my sort of wheelhouse. I only can get through. That's more to some alleged illegal activity that I'm gonna get fired. And I'm the new kid on the block, so I ain't trying to get fired. But anyways, here, a couple of individuals, they were trying to give you some shit. Here. And he's gonna start, like, dropping the giant mail bag off to the side, and he's gonna start unflapping it. You'll notice as he gives you all, your little care package for each and every one of the Soulbound groups. You see as he pulls out a giant crate that's bigger than him, slams it onto the ground, and begins, and it has also, like, a little spirit logo, similar to his hat. And it'll just say, here, this should hold you over for a little bit. But also, again, if you ever want to trade materials, then you may want to sort of talk to me now.
Great.
Inside, you'll find some food, some water, some mana, medicine, soul coins, everything, you name it. Yeah.
Huh. Out of
Wow.
character. Do we still have enough food or?
Yeah, you got enough food.
Well, we're collecting things, so I mean, we don't know what we're gonna find in hell.
So
Or
crazy
not
find it out.
question.
Mhm.
Crazy question. We have abundance of water. This is for the group. We have abundance of water. Should we theoretically, like, go send some water to the people at the desert?
Yes, we should.
Bro.
Oh my god, yes.
Just a thought. Like, we can melt snow, get more water. I'm pretty sure the people in the desert are going with, dry mouth and everything.
Yeah. We should trade them some water.
Well, see, you would think that. You really would think that, but, a little, I know, because you're new at this sort of thing. I can give you.
Didn't they have water spirits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't drink the water spirits. That was bad. They're sentient.
Yeah, you don't know that. Stop breaking that fourth wall here.
Yep.
Anywho, so I can at least tell you one thing. This is the only details I can give, or I'm gonna get fired for spilling out too many information. So you'll see as he's gonna pull up a good old list. So for all the groups, he can only tell you which resource they have the most of and what they have the least of. Make sense? So for the Ascent, they have or their least amount of food stock is coming from food. The most food they have is materials and water. And they're tied for that. For Secrets in the Sands, their lowest resource is food. But they have tons of water. That's their highest resource. For Valley of Dreams, their highest stock is soul coins, but their lowest stock is food and water. Mainly water, actually. Yeah, it's water, never mind. And for you guys, your highest stock is you have a lot of water, being 10 out of 30, but you don't have that much materials or food.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
Question. We have these soul coins. What do they do? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't really try to build too much, but I mean, they're for building, you know, building a couple things, like structures, towers, houses, all that sort of stuff.
Ah. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, my bad. You have 30 water, because what do you call it? The pyre earlier, if I remember right. Just going, was it pyre? It was one of you guys. You went to the water area and you were just burning it and just filling it up,
It
right?
was-
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Gross.
Yeah, so now to not a 30, you have 30 water.
I was gonna say, I think Thorin was actually water shaping things too. We went kind of crazy.
Should we just send some the group some water if it's the
Send
lowest?
was it Valley of Dreams? Like I don't know, like 10 water, like a third of our water, give or take.
Sure. I mean, we can replenish it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to just be going around giving stuff for free, but if you want a little bit of a trade route sort of thing, you don't know, ask for a couple of them soul coins or a couple of them medicines, and I can arrange that.
Speaking of trade and mail and all that, you probably know if there's any kind of towns around, right?
Not really. I mean, I know the towns of, like the places that they're from, but, I don't really concern myself with the other populace.
Yeah, nothing else. No.
Are we giving 10 water to Valley of Dreams because he said that they didn't have no water?
I think that might be good, just so it's like one of those things. Like if we start
like,
this,
Yeah.
if we start just be like, here, we heard you don't have this. Maybe when we need it most, they'll be like, here, you need this, and then we won't, have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's good to have the BBEG group on our side.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, I have a question though. Are
Yeah.
you when you deliver these things, do you just like drop it and go, or would we be able to like leave a tiny little message or something?
All
that
right,
we
you
could
and these
share?
goddamn messages, lady. I told you I'm not trying to get fired.
I mean, but what if we wrote something on material and then just gave it to you?
Don't try to game the
give them a
system. I'm not trying to get fired. This poor fucking intern, dude.
We're not
Like,
trying to get you fired, Gary.
I
We
know
love you,
you
you're
just
wonderful.
started working here like literally yesterday, but can you trade these drugs across the fucking continent?
Oh my god.
Hey. Yeah,
Skoomba's good, okay?
Gary, would you be at least able to tell them who it's from, or do they just randomly appear and then disappear and they don't know who it's
Oh
from?
no, they'll know who it's from.
Okay. Then
Unless you want it
that's-
to be anonymous.
No, I want them to know.
Maybe one day they'll share things with the rest of everyone else.
I mean, you guys keep sort of complaining about asking them for stuff. Why don't you just ask for it now? What do you want?
I think we just start with some goodwill. Don't ask for anything. Maybe they'll find it within their heart to share some freaking information.
But we can't trade information.
Who said we can't?
Gary did.
Hey,
We
Blondie, do
can't
you
give
even
him
listen?
text, apparently.
He said yet. He said yet.
Oh, yeah.
There's a yet.
Yet. Yes.
So we start with some goodwill.
Also, we do have ways of communicating with other groups.
No, nobody knows that.
We know about the triangle.
Do we?
We have a
Yeah.
triangle in our group, though? Who
Yeah,
has the
same.
triangle?
Yeah, I and that.
Oh.
Oh, well then yeah. 10 water. Here we go.
All right, fine. Here, he'll ask for you to hand it to him. And as you hand him like a little jug of water, all is sort of, whether it be a bit of like a water skin or two, you're able to sort of hand it to him. He plops it down into his big old sort of mail bag and flips the little sort of flap over it. As far as you're aware, Pyre, you notice that this is just basically an oversized and enlarged bag of holding for Gary. But
I have a question.
Mhm.
How much do we still owe the Sewer King?
3 resources.
yeah, 3.
But what about the mana crystals?
Mana crystals, I believe it was same sort of thing. 5 mana crystals,
I would like
or unless
to.
I'm wrong.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Anth would pull one of the mana berries or gems, whatever they are in the tree,
Mhm.
and go there. Gawi, would you mind taking one of these with you to the same people you're taking the water to?
Yeah, I can do that. I can make sure that they get the sort of mana crystal.
All right. Nice.
Uh,
Okay. That works.
How many mana crystals are on this tree?
If you look over, it would be so a lot of them. They won't really produce out of game. There's more. They won't produce an effect. Some of them are active. Some of them aren't really necessarily active. If you were to look around and try to gather the ones that are, you'd get 4 mana stocks total.
He's gonna take them, and he wants to basically get them paid off to the Sewer King because he doesn't like owing the Sewer King anything.
You sure we shouldn't keep some?
Says the guy who's giving it away to the Valiant Dreams.
Even Sean's in chat like, oh fuck, we gotta keep this away from Zaman. Fucking mad scientist over here. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Alright, so
Haley, I have another question. I'm sorry, Gary. I know that you're very busy. Are you
Yeah.
able to make only like one delivery to one group, or would you be able, if we gave you resources for multiple groups, could you deliver multiple?
Are we a charity now?
Yeah.
Hey, we're about to go to hell. You think you're finding anything in hell?
Asking Gary a
I
question.
think we need to hoard some resources, don't you think? Don't.
Well, realistically, before we get to hell, we should pay off our debt, and then that way, if we find anything in hell, we know it's not going to be taken from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Let me try to explain this to you. So if you want if you want one-time deals, I mean, yeah, you can do that as much as you want. But I probably, if you want to make this sort of thing like a permanent sort of thing, like, oh man, where I'm going, I'm not gonna really have any water or food. Then you may want to just sort of set up a system where it's like, oh, every week that we give them, or they give us 5 food and we give them like 4 water, It's probably better than me having to sort of keep constantly sort of asking you.
I think.
I don't think we set up reoccurring payments.
Not yet.
Just
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
All
I
right,
think it's
just
still
don't-
early in the game. I think we leave with the 10 water and apparent 1 berry. We pay off what we can for the Sewer King and we call it a day.
Sounds good.
We
to
also
me.
haven't opened this crate that he plopped in front of us yet either.
We have not.
We probably should too. Probably just gonna go
worry
over
about
with this
it.
crowbar and open it.
Yeah.
Somebody keep Yahato away before he gives more stuff away.
All right.
Bro,
So,
I ain't giving shit.
so inside the crate, you would notice you would find a total of +2 of every resource. So you find +2 food, +2 water, medicine, mana, materials, and soul coins.
Okay. All right.
Hey Gary, give me a minute. You think we got enough? We got enough of those berries and things over there prior to pay off the Sewer King for?
Yeah, you guys have enough mana crystals, and between you already have enough mana crystals to pay him off right now.
And,
but do we want to use the actual mana crystals to pay him off?
Yeah, that's the
Well,
question.
we owe him specifically mana crystals. It was 3 wars. It was 5 resources and 5 mana crystals, and we already paid off 2 resources.
Specificity is an arguable thing in a trade.
Hey Sensei, is there a way that we can get an answer if the Sewer King will accept these berries as mana crystals?
We just need all the NPCs
Well-
here right now, Sensei.
Make an insight check to the Sewer King.
Can I?
Yeah, you can make one. You can make it with advantage, Anth. no. 6 to 10. Ah, damn.
Oh yeah, he hasn't interacted with him, so.
Well, here's the thing. He is, from what you can tell, a businessman, and considering that seems to be all that he does, you probably guess that he'd know whether he'd be getting screwed over or not. If you were to try something, he'd at least look over it. Not saying it's impossible, but he'd be a little bit harder to get one over on, right? For the berries. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, with my limited interaction of a leader to a leader, you know.
Alf is out here wheeling and dealing now.
That 21.
Oh man. So I mean, yeah, you can certainly try, but the mana beads or whatever, as long as they're probably charged, he probably won't care. But if they're not charged, that might not fly if he figures out. But he seems like a kind of nice guy besides the scary exterior.
I mean, Pyre has the integrity not to send him dead mana beads. Like, you know, a deal is a deal. He's gonna uphold it.
Yep.
Right.
So the only thing that we need left is materials, right?
No, you already paid your materials off, I think.
Okay, so all
Or
we need
no,
is mana crystals.
the 3 materials. You can use this resource or the resource you just gained from here, and you can pay your debt off. So you have.
Well, it
enough
seems like we're finding resources, and he just put his hands on this like root tree that he.
So, for the sake of brevity, you guys have enough. It's a question is, do you want to pay the Sewer King off now or later? Because you have enough resources to do so.
I vote for it as well.
We're paying him off.
Okay, so I got you. So you guys are gonna
A day later, and our debt's already in.
Here is.
But do we want to use the berries or the mana crystals?
Yes.
So
I think we
we
have to
like-
use a mix of them, don't we?
Yeah, like half. Maybe like
4 is 11.
2 actual crystals
plus
and berries.
13.
and
minus
3 berries.
5 should be 7 mana. That's what you're currently at. Okay. All right, I gotcha. So you are at for current materials, you're at 1 material stock and 7 mana stock. You guys are good to go.
Wow, I didn't know we had 7 mana. Okay.
Yeah, it's after you got the things from the tree, and then also from when you got it from Gary the crate. You got a decent amount, so you could just easily pay all of that to the Sewer King.
All right.
Paid off the water.
Yeah,
Gave some water.
you're good. I got all that sort of knocked off. Gary
I
is
think we
gonna.
have expended enough enough resources in one foul swoop, guys. What do you think?
Gary's gonna look over and is just like, well, pleasure doing business with you. Again, if you ever need anything, you can just call my name out like Gary, or same thing like Bill Roy, and all that stuff, and we'll come a running. Okay, all right, I'm gonna get going. The big spirit bus is gonna go.
Gary.
We should document
you.
these names before we forget them. In,
Oh, they're
chat.
documented.
Okay.
Oh, and also, I guess I should say, if you ever need another sort of spirit for something, something else for like I don't know, like a chef spirit. Right now, the original one he got fired, so we're gonna need to come up with another spirit. So if you have any suggestions, then just sort of think on it, and then yeah, we'll see if we can get someone hired. All right.
Spirit Ramses. There we go. Just
Yeah.
said.
Huh.
That being said, I don't know what that means. That's a god. Anywho, goodbye. And you see as Gary just explodes, as usual, typical spirit fashion.
So before we kick off all kinds of world-ending events here, all right?
What, the Elysian Cataclysm? What?
I'm actually gonna ask that Graz come over to one of these trees over here, so that we can have a chat while we're nicely putting this tree down and chopping it up for materials.
Could Anne pull one of the mana crystal berries out of the tree, and like this very small one.
Yeah, just like one that's not active.
Yeah, so it's clear that it's not active when it's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, it's like it's
Okay.
dulled out. It still has a little like if you shine it amongst the sun, then you could see that as hey, this thing is not active, but you know you're fine.
Okay.
And do we know what happens if we break a non-active one? Or
You, if I don't think they explained it to you, but you know at least that hey, the raw chaos magic will go out and it is open to whatever it wants to do, whether that's for the benefit of you or the bane of you.
oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I guess we never really told you what it does when we crush an active one, did we?
Nope. You just said that it depends. That's what
Don't
it
worry, they
was.
didn't give Ulf any information whatsoever. Like, you've gotten more information in one session than Ulf has gotten in like his entire.
So, and you have your sort of or your bead. With that, we turn towards Groswarrel and Ulf, and you are chopping down a tree.
Well, so if Graz is okay with this, we're gonna try to gain some materials by chopping down a tree, and we're going to have a conversation. If she finds a dead tree, find a dead tree, Graz.
Trees, it's that the tree was sentient. He was alive, and you wanted to chop him up while he was alive. That was the thing.
He was already
There
dead.
you go.
Hey man, a tree is a tree. That's all I'm saying. Those were awakened trees. They had sentience. These don't. Get to chopping.
Listen, they only didn't have souls because I rolled low. Thank God. Otherwise, Graz would have had to like usher their spirits into the afterlife. That's why it was important. Regular trees are
Ulf
fine.
doesn't know that. Ulf doesn't know that. He just knew that there was a dead tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
Nobody
so,
else cared.
so Ulf is going to ask Graz to help him chop down some things since we just used a bunch of materials
Yeah.
to pay off the sewer king.
Same
Right.
thing. You can just
But
make a survival
while-
check, but while you're doing that, yeah.
Yep. We can roll those so that we can get those out of the way. Survival check.
15, 22, you're good to go. I'll let you know how much you get.
Yep. So, Graz, I wanted to take this time as he's like in between freaking swings. Take this time to have a conversation. So, are you doing all right? I saw you kind of morph out in the last fight there. You doing okay?
As good as a bear can be.
Yeah. I wanted to mention something to you as it directly relates to you, but I don't really know how to say this, so just gonna have to get it out here. I know you're not necessarily a fan of my god or anything, but
Anti-Denda.
nah,
It's just not my god.
it's all right. To each their own for now, but hey, just yeah, it's cool. Just don't worry about it. For the other portions, he may have spoken to me about you a little bit, and I figured you may want to know, and I want to check up on you, and I've gotten a direct. I've gotten a direct task to save you, and I don't know what that means. Are you in some kind of trouble? You can talk to me. I'm here.
I mean, we're all in an apocalypse, so I guess I'm all right. I don't know what you need to save me from. That's kind of weird. I know that you're all about spreading Dendar's love and everything, but like I already got a god. I don't need another one. But
I didn't say that you have to take Jormungandr as you god or anything. I just you know, if he wants me to help you, I'll help you in any way that I can.
But help by doing what? Because we're already fighting the darkness together, so that's like the big thing.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Are you in some kind of trouble? Like, I noticed when we were having a conversation about going to hell here, which we're pretty significantly on our way, that you may or may not have tried to not say certain things, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the level here. I don't. I'm here for you. All right.
There are a lot of things that I am not super upfront about because it's usually none of my business. I was given a mission to go and save someone from hell, and the background to everyone else really isn't that important. So I don't feel like it's my thing that I should be sharing other people's backgrounds and stuff. That's not relevant to us. We have the mission and that's it.
So as you're talking about this, you see like he kind of puts his hand over his eye, like he's getting a message for the first time, right? Like all up in his thing, and he's like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Are you okay, buddy?
I think we have something we have to figure out, and we have to figure it out very quickly. If this is true, this is not okay. He's gonna kind of lean closer. Sounds like there may be a traitor amongst us.
Okay, do you know who?
No, but I intend to find out. He's just gonna kind of like march. He's gonna stop chopping said wood. he's gonna like come with me. Like we're gonna stop chopping. Like you can choose how much we actually got out of that, but it's time for a group meeting.
You also, I just want you to know, Zappy's been just eating the remains of Gary over here. He's just been like biting onto it, just like you.
Oh my god.
Wait, so Gary the spirit physically exploded when they disappeared?
Yeah, they always do. Like they explode into a random element. So Zappy is just chewing onto like Gary's like sort of earthy remains. He exploded in rocks and flowers.
Is there a danger that one of the mana crystals activate when they do that?
No.
So Ulf is going to request everybody come in and he's got some important information to share.
And just like that, we're playing Among Us. I hate it.
Oh man. All right.
Graz, would you like to join us, Grazzy?
Yes. My apologies.
He's like straight up gonna be all up in the middle of this here.
She was all about joining until you said Grassy.
Yeah.
Nope. Go over here. It makes my. All right, there we go. OCD.
So.
Fuck you.
So. So. Sensei, I have a question for you, because I haven't actually asked this.
Yeah.
The message that he got is, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you can figure that one out, right?
Yeah.
I haven't actually tried to speak about anything. In character, we're allowed to share some information gleaned, correct?
If you want, that's up to you. If you want to share that, you have the choice to keep it secret.
All right, yep. No, Ulf is a freaking open book. We're doing this. So, I just, yep. I feel like I should be honest and truthful with all of you guys, and well, you've accepted me into this group, and as so, I feel like it's only right that I share what information I have. And there was a period that Thorin and I we walked away, and well, I had direct contact again with my god, and well, he said something about having to save Graz over here and to protect Thorin. And well, I don't quite know what that means, but I would definitely like some help trying to find out. But just now, I feel like there's something more, that something has told me that one of the marked ones, and he's gonna kind of open up his hands and kind of look at the marks on his hands and just kind of like look around the random marks, probably stopping on the one that Graz has that is like seeping darkness.
Well, no, it's not seeping darkness all the time. No.
All right, well,
because yours also does that too. Yours also does that as well. It just doesn't do it like 99% of the time.
Did seep darkness and kind of was used to take control of someone else, maybe? Well, some of the marked ones, they may seek to kill one of our other members. And, well, something is telling me that one of us may try to hurt one of us. And, well, I think it's time that we had a heart-to-heart, and I think it's time some things came into the light. Now, if you're all right with this, I may have a plan, but you have to trust me. He's just gonna wait for an answer or two.
Wait, buddy. There's a lot to take in here.
There is a lot to take
What
in
the
here.
hell?
I think we may be able to build some trust, and we may be able to become a little more unified.
Sure, I guess. But
He's gonna put his hand on you, like just above your shoulder. Thank you, my friend. As he's gonna turn to the next person. He's waiting for confirmation.
Who are you turning to?
Yeah, who's the next person?
We'll turn to Pyre next, because Pyre's definitely.
You kind of see this like a look like. What? He goes.
Ulf's not a smart man. It's hard for him to get some information out.
He just kind of gives you the thumbs up, just looking at you, really confused.
Zappy, I know you trust me. It's cool. This will turn back around to Anth. Anth, I know we don't know each other very well, but this may be a chance.
Sure, sounds like a wonderful idea.
Do you trust me, Graz?
I trust your intentions, and I am willing to do this, but I need you all to know there are things that I cannot share for a variety of reasons. I'll be forced to be honest. But there are some things.
You don't know that you'll be forced to be honest yet.
Oh, didn't you just say you were going to do something? Oh, okay.
No, I said that I was going to do something that would be a team building.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, then scratch that. Yes, I will be as honest as possible, but there are some things that I cannot share, either because they are not my information to share, or for other reasons. And I need you to understand, I will be as forthcoming as possible, but there are some things I can't say. So you have to understand that.
He's gonna kind of give you this skeptical look, like, as long as you can answer some important questions, I'll trust you.
Okay.
And with that, we're gonna cast Zone of Truth centered immediately on me, and everyone will fall into it.
As this begins to happen, oh boy, here we go. One moment, please.
I can target probably one particular person to be able to cast this because I can't target multiple people, but you get the point.
Hold on 1 second. I need 3 minutes, Dread. 3 minutes. I gotta do some stuff in the background.
So while you're doing stuff in the background, I'll flavor this out a little bit.
It's a 15-foot radius on any point you cast, so you could literally just like touch the ground and it...
Well, that's so I'm flavoring this up a little bit. So
Okay.
he'll open his hands a little bit and start to put a little bit of magic through both of his palms, and he'll kind of lean down onto the ground. And as he does, the serpents will unravel down his arms and just kind of start to encircle the entire group in a 15-foot radius. By Jormungandr's power, let the truth be told. Let no lie pass this day. As the serpents just start to entangle, moving back and forth inside of that circle. It's probably not 3 minutes worth of flavoring, but you get a picture.
All right,
I think
hold
if
on.
you actually just cast the spell, you can place the circle yourself.
Let me see.
At least that's how most AoE spells work, I think.
Let me.
Yeah, it's a point within range, or it's a point within range.
Yeah.
So.
At least when I when I use spells like do the click on the roll on the spell in my character sheet, it automatically gives me the area to place
I
down.
thought you pulled it over for whatever reason. I'm not seeing it in my.
Oh, it's not in your character sheet. Or...
Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not
Oh,
appearing in the character sheet right now.
You're talking about Zone of Truth?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there it is. Never mind. Found it.
Hold on, and then...
Nope.
And...
Okay.
There we go.
Alright.
We can just choose to fail it, right?
Yeah.
I thought you can.
Yeah, you can choose to fail it.
How?
You just say, I want to fail.
Just close the dialogue and.
Oh, okay, just close it and not roll.
Yeah, that's all I did for myself.
It's
Okay.
not that much of a video game that you have to.
I'm almost done. I am almost done.
By the way, for the Star
Okay.
Wars nerds out there, I got this when I was at Disney the other day, or about a year ago. These things are
Oh,
really
nice. The Batu coins? Hell yeah.
cool. Yeah. Cool. I found it. I found it the other day when I was cleaning. I'm like, I need to like
Alright.
get like a frame and like put it up at work and.
Everybody, here's what I need you to do. I'm going to send messages, or not messages, I'm going to send a message to one individual. If you receive a DM, don't say anything. If you don't receive a DM, don't say anything. Simple as that. All right. And bam. All right, never mind. You guys are good. But with that, you all look around. The zone of truth begins to go out towards each and every one of you. You all willingly fail. With that, you may no longer speak a lie in this or in this sort of area. If you, for whatever reason, wish, you don't have to. You can always sort of just either A, not speak, or B, tell the truth, or, you know, other sort of means to get out of, or work your way out of the spell if you want to. But you cannot deliberately tell a lie. All right.
I believe that no one will be able to tell a lie now, as he stands back up. And I believe that there is one pressing question that everyone else seems to know the answer to. and I have bypassed, as he will turn and look at Pyre first. Pyre, my friend. Wow. Let me retcon that. He wouldn't call him a friend.
Oh my god.
I was kind of
Nah,
like, wait, what?
Yeah, let me
I didn't
retcon
do
that one.
That's a lie. You can't say that here.
Yeah, right. Pyre.
He's staring at
Everyone
you.
seems to know that you are not actually part of the darkness. Your form has said something else to me, however. And I believe that as long as you cannot tell a lie, I can only trust in Jormungandr's power to prove that you cannot lie. So, are you in any way part of the darkness that we so fight?
He's just gonna say no because, to his knowledge, no. And then
And that,
he
yeah, and that so this is all to your guys' knowledge. So honestly, if like Sensei has something else, if your
So,
character doesn't actually
What
know
was
it,
it? Hold on. What
could
was the
lie.
question again?
am I part of the?
If
I
he's
know the
connected to the
gen-
darkness that that we've been fighting,
Oh
Like if-
boy.
mainly if his goals align. So unless
So,
Pyre knows this, like in character,
are
he
you
just has to give me
connected
the
to the
answer he knows.
darkness? Well, referring to the likes of, the darkness that you fight. I mean, look at your form, buddy, and then, well, there is also a certain thing that you're now indebted to, if you remember that sort of whole thing. That individual. But yeah. So.
Well, okay. So as a player, I've never really drawn a connection between the corruption and everything that happened either. So, I mean, to my knowledge, and is therefore it's not a lie. No,
Mhm.
I'm not. And I guess Pyre would kind of explain this. Well, although I've been reshapen to look like the darkness, I do not seem to share what they are going after. So, no, I'm not part of their ranks, I guess you could say.
he's gonna kind of nod. And would you help me?
I gotcha. I have the answer for this. So I had to look this up. This is going to be useful just in general. So for Zone of Truth, if your character genuinely believes that it is the truth, then you can still speak it.
Yeah, gotcha.
AKA, so you don't have
Okay.
any information if you don't know, like you genuinely, like wholeheartedly believe it. Yeah, it is. The
If
truth
if
to
you were told that blue was actually red your entire life and you wholeheartedly believe that, then yes, it's
Yeah.
if we're standing on a red piece of ground right now.
It's just that you can't lie if you know it's a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
So he will. So, well, if that is the case, then I will believe you. Then we can put my petty squabble to rest. And with that, yet
But I
again,
was having so much fun with it.
yes, well, I don't intend to punch you in the nose again anytime soon. All right. And with that, I will ask you one more time. Will you do your best to help me to explain these marks?
Well, of course, I'm interested in understanding them myself.
And he's actually gonna put a hand on Pyre's shoulder. Thank you. Now, before I take up all of your time here, do you have any questions?
Do I have any questions? Not really. No.
Very well then. He's gonna turn and look at
Real quick, before you do that, Anth, roll a d20.
oh boy.
Okay.
That's a D10.
Oh, D20.
That's a D10.
Oh, I for some reason heard D10. Well, it much different.
Oh, we love that number. All right.
You want me to keep going, or did you want to do something?
Yeah, you can keep going.
We're gonna turn, and we're gonna go counterclockwise here. We're gonna look at Yahato. Yahato, I don't know much about you, so
Me
I only
neither.
have one question for you.
Yep.
Do you have any intent on trying to harm anyone here? Or Thorin?
Well, I guess not anymore. But if you mean if I'm planning something, I don't really know what I'll be getting from it. I have my reasons for following you guys, and I will try my best to keep you alive because I need all of you.
Well, then you have my trust. If you trust me, I trust you.
All right.
I guess I gotta kind of look back at Pyre for a second because I forgot to ask him the same question.
Sorry, You see Pyre just kind of sitting there with a weird expression on his face.
Pyre, do you have any intent on hurting anyone or anyone here or Thorin?
Oh, dang it! Why'd you ask it that way?
It's a very important question to Ulf, and it is on brand in character for reasons. He was told to protect Thorin. So this is important.
Yeah, but the thing is there's certain reasons that he would hurt his own party members, and so I can't just be like, no, because it's not 100% the truth. Out of character.
It's time to open up, buddy. or you can say yes, and then we can have the conversation. Or getting punched in the face again.
You know what? No, Pyre's gonna look back and go, there's no reason to hurt anyone in the group. So, I don't intend to hurt anyone in any future plans either, you know. There's no reason to, start fighting amongst each other. That's gonna be his answer.
So is that truthful? Like, is there any hint of a lie in there?
No, so the
Yeah.
way I phrased
Sensei,
it
I'm
is,
asking you, is there any hint of a lie in there?
So repeat what you said one more time. I'll make sure. And you can make an insight
Me?
check, Ulf. Yeah.
I
You
basically-
repeat it.
yeah, so basically what I said is, you know, there's no reason to hurt anyone, and I don't intend to attack my fellow party members. So I said there's not a reason to, so therefore there could be a reason, but there is nothing right now, essentially.
All right. Make an insight check, Ulf.
According to the spell, I know instantly.
I know. This is more for our other things.
All right, that's fine. I will roll it. Give me a second.
So like you know that is the truth. You know instantly. But we're judging from their sort of like their body language and intentions with the way they're saying it. I mean, it makes you more so question and wonder, well, what would be the thing that Pyre would, or what would be the reason Pyre would want to hurt an individual? Would it be for, maybe it could be, oh, they're corrupted, gotta put them down. Or could it be something else? You're not sure.
I think he's
with
just
that
gonna
answer.
ask Pyre that question. If that's what he's wondering, he's 100% just being like honest, truthful. He's looking for information, and he fully believes that somebody may be trying to hurt somebody. So, Pyre, you're getting asked the question of what would constitute as a reason in, or no, I don't know if I would word it like that because he's got to be very specific. When or why would you hurt any of us or Thorin?
Well, as a general group, if any of you succumb to the darkness, I'm not gonna let that. It's gonna be more of a graceful, out of respect of who my party members are. I'm not going to let them potentially live out their lives in a shell, and not be able to control it. It seems like Draxel has the ability to control people, is what I remember. It, and but they can only sit and wait and watch, and I don't know what it is like to be under the darkness, but I would not want that anyone. I would not want that fate for any of our members.
I think Ulf is too dumb to realize that he's probably still trying to hide things.
Oh yeah.
Ulf's got an 8 in intelligence. Like he's putting full faith in his wisdom, but I think he'd be too dumb to realize that he just did a wordplay on him.
You got it.
I mean, so he's gonna kind of turn back around to Antheater. He's gonna kind of stare at him for a minute. You're gonna see him kind of look up at your horns there, Anth, for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So you were a part of this group before I got here, correct?
Yes, that's true. Or
But,
at least regarding some of the people around here, 2 people.
And you've been gone for a really long time.
Well, how exactly do you mean long time? Like, it's a long time. It's a very subjective thing. But I suppose I've been away for a while. Yes.
And what are your intentions in going back to hell? What drives you, my friend?
Obviously, because my friend here across rural asked me to go with everyone.
It seems we're aligned with that. Would you ever willingly hurt anyone in this party or Thorin?
How do you mean hurt? Because I mean, if someone's feelings get hurt, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Just in the camp, when somebody may have had a little bit of feeling for the wildlife in this area, it's somebody may have gotten hurt.
Feelings aside, would you actually hurt anyone in this group or Thorin?
I most certainly do not want to hurt anyone in this group.
Want is a funny word in the Zone of Truth.
Well,
Would you?
If I had to defend myself from someone, I most certainly would hurt them back.
You're saying unless someone tried to hurt you, you would not hurt them back. By the way, you guys can all speak up. Like, I'm asking questions, but everybody, like, you guys can all just. I'm leading this shindig, but
I think
I see fire over there going.
I think everybody's just intimidated and scared. It's just like, where were you at 4 a.m. last night?
Palm sweaties, mom's fucking.
It's like, bro, I'm fucking innocent. I'm fucking scared.
So Ulf, here's the thing. As you're questioning Thorin, Pyre from behind you speaks up, goes, Thorin, what are...
Not Thorin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thorin's gone.
Yeah, sorry. Well, then let me double check. Hang on. So I was looking back at some of my notes here. And everything all right. Ever since you came back, yeah, is everything okay?
Yes. Yes, I'm feeling great. Everything's going quite well as of right now. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Do we have any reason not to trust you?
I do not believe so.
Crazy question. Because if anyone's looking, Pyre still has the tech magic up. And he's looking at Anth kind of funny. He goes, Anth, by chance, why are you exuding enchantment magic?
I'm sorry?
Just, everyone here has got a divine presence, but there's enchantment magic, irradiating from you. I have a hard time understanding why that is.
I am unaware of what you are speaking of. Are you by any chance trying to put some blame on me instead of yourself? Are you trying to distract?
I'm not an enchanter. I don't know. Hey Sensei, can I kind of like pinpoint where it's coming from?
Nah, you have no idea.
Interesting. I'm just curious. We were talking about information, and he just kind of hems and haws for a second, and just kind of trails off, lost in thought.
And would now because he does have one of the berries from the tree. Like I'm not sure if you're picking up anything with this. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to answer to any kind of magic that you're speaking of.
You look over in the. I mean, well, no, it actually wouldn't have any magic in it. You would notice that.
Looks at Anth and goes, Anth, I'm glad to have you back.
I'm glad to hear that.
He's kind of lost. He doesn't really know how to proceed, so he's just gonna go quiet.
Oh, and going back to if I would hurt anyone, if it wasn't in self-defense, well, I mean, certainly, if somebody were to steal from me, if somebody were to, well, hurt me in any other way than attacking me, maybe. Who knows? If you... Well, I would never hurt anyone so badly that they wouldn't be able to be friends with me afterwards.
He stops. He was ready to say no, and he can't. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that no.
Guess I'll take this opportunity to ask a question.
Go for it.
Grazi, I think you are the oldest one in the group, right? At least in terms, you joined the group like the for a long time.
Yes. Pyre and I.
You knew Anth for a long time, right?
I mean, a decent amount of time, but he was also gone for a while. But he was here at the beginning.
Yeah, if I remember well, you asked me to go to hell.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, what you guys were talking about, you were talking about going to save Anth from hell. I'm gonna make it easy. So, how exactly did he end up in hell?
So, we were in a huge battle that was absolutely terrifying. And then, yeah, out of character, it was Karas that went through the portal when Myra is there with the Sewer King, and it was Anth who went through the Hell portal on the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, we were in the middle of a giant, terrifying battle. Someone did some wild magic, and the portal to Hell opened, and then Anth went through the portal without telling us.
Why would you do such a thing, Anth?
Well, before we know that, and how did you get back here?
He doesn't speak. Are you actually still there, or?
Oh right, I was muted.
Like, is he just not speaking in character, or is he
Yeah,
like actually gone?
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
I was preparing that booming blade.
damn. You didn't hear anything.
He was muted. He was screaming behind the fucking curtain.
I don't know
I'm
how
kidding.
long I was
I'm kidding.
muted, but I did answer the question of if I would hurt anyone if it wasn't in
Yeah.
self-defense. Did you hear all that?
Yeah, we heard that. We heard that.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
heard
okay.
that, but we didn't hear yes or no after. You just asked the question to yourself, would you hurt anybody? Like, to the point where we couldn't be friends anymore, and then you just went silent.
I mean, yeah, that was basically the, well, yes, but the intentions aren't to really hurt anyone. And my way back from hell, I mean, it's very simple story, to be fair. It's a lot of bobbing and weaving, fighting on the forces of hell, making my way back. It's basically a very rough run to long uphills.
Did you open some sort of portal? Were you teleported? I don't get it.
I actually have to say, Sensei, did I? I don't think so.
Did you have to open up another portal to get out?
No, I assume.
No, you didn't. It's the same way I mentioned in the little document how you got out.
Yeah,
it was through
that
the
was
same portal.
That's what I was referring to with getting past all the forces of hell, trying to make my way out. I mean, it was basically the same thing as, you know, Bear Lady Empire. You remember the time we went to save Oya's brother from the Stormbird. It's very similar to that experience, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for us, right? And the reason for why I went there, you know, it's afterlife, everyone's there. I was trying to look for information of this place, what happened here in the time between when we were in the ship and when we woke up on the shore.
Ship. What do you mean ship?
Ship we all came in on.
Yes, we all
do you mean?
came.
They've only mentioned this shit, so awful turnaround. They've only mentioned this shit to you like 3 times after you've forgotten about it, obviously.
No, if you want to ask every time we mention the ship, what ship? It really doesn't do much. We can tell you the story, but I'll tell you the story right after we're done here. All right?
Before I ask you any questions, do you have any questions for me?
Do you truly believe that this Dendar or Jormungandr, as you call it, has all the good intentions for saving this land?
Now, this is a question I have for you, Ulf. how much do you think, or how much do you want your character to know about Jormungandr? Do they know, like, oh yeah, they know them, like,
He
up
would have
and
spent
down,
his
or is
entire
it-
life devoted to him, so...
Do you mean, like,
I
do
would
you
say, like-
remember, do you remember that time, or no? That's the big question.
I mean, I would say yes. Like,
Okay.
that was one of the few things, and that's why I'm still following Jormungandr. Because if I had forgotten when I got here, I would have
Okay.
never, like, the first time I heard Dendar, I would have had no idea who he was. So,
Okay.
I think for character-wise, yes.
Okay, so this will, I'll DM you this before you answered that.
Okay. I'll give him a minute, and we'll see.
Ulf, I've got a question for you. How long ago was do your memories stretch?
My memory is very spotty. There are very few things that I remember prior to being here. I've held on to everything that I can remember, and I'm trying to remember more, but it's coming in bits and pieces.
Gotcha. Gross, I got a strange question. I can't remember her name because as a player I haven't written it down. The leader of the Valkyries. I forget her name.
Vitalia.
Vitalia.
Vitalia with a V.
Vitalia. When she talks with you, how do you describe her sounding? You know, she kind of got guttural or guttural sound in her voice. Is it a very powerful guttural? You know, how does that sound like?
She just
You've
sounds
heard,
like a
you've heard the voice.
right, yeah, just like a regular person. I mean, her voice is super cool, but like it's nothing like weird about it.
If
Interesting.
anything, you know that it has like, and this is has this group actually dealt with too many gods? No, actually no. It has like a divine air to it. So if you've ever dealt with anything celestial, you know they speak a little bit more airy or proud and all that. And she does the same, but
Yeah.
it just comes with the
Interesting.
territory.
All right.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Why is that interesting?
I don't know what it was or who it was. But the only reason why I've started kind of questioning it, and also I need to start looking at Ulf, is I received a message in my head not too long ago, and all it stated was the Horned One has been gone for a long time, and it makes me concerned with certain individuals being gone for a while, and for example, with the detecting magic, that there is some there's some enchantment magic off of Anth. I'm just worried that that something has gone horribly wrong.
As you say this, Ulf's gonna turn around. You received the message too, then.
Yep. Me too. Did it say, would you trust him?
Is he trustworthy?
The question is who is this individual? So,
Well,
did everyone get talked to, or was it just me, or what's going on here?
I believe I got the same message you did.
Yeah, the three of us.
I also received a message, but it seems like mine was a little different. And regarding that message, I would like to ask, Yato, when we were traveling, the two of us, was there someone you were speaking to other than me?
Well, I guess I can bring that up. See, this sword right here, I don't know much about it, but it does indeed talk to me sometimes. I unfortunately cannot recall much interactions between us, but all I know is that I trust.
Oh,
Interesting.
because my message was regarding someone's sight being a little more than meets the eyes. And you seem to be having a little different glimmer in your eyes.
He wouldn't
Do
be
I?
the only one. As as he just kind of points to his serpentine eye.
The message was specifically eyes,
Hey,
not
out-
eye.
Out of character, cowabunga question. Cowabunga yes or cowabunga no?
I mean, we're kind of opening up things, so just give it a minute. Save the cowabunga questions till the end so that we can get some of this other stuff out,
Oh,
and
it's not-
then we'll
it's-
cowabunga the shit out of things.
It's not a cowabunga question, it's a cowabunga action. I think Sensei knows what I'm talking about.
I
don't
do
count.
not know, and I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, Fire, hold your cowabungas, Fire. We've seen what happens
Yeah.
when you cowabunga things. Hold that for a minute.
Okay.
We need to have the school day before the school trip. We need
Gotta have the first day of school. Oh
Bro.
man.
This Among Us session is going so far.
I believe that the question that we all had in our mind is the same question. So I'm just going to ask you full outright. Can we all trust you?
I assume you're asking this to Ant at this point?
Oh yeah, it was Ant.
Yeah. I think so.
Do you have any reason that we shouldn't trust you?
I mean, I suppose some of you probably have some doubts because of my trip to the afterlife, but all I can say is I brought back this, and he just pulls out a gun that he found, and it's like, oh well, now you know all my secrets.
Do we in fact know all of his
Actually,
secrets?
actually, he wouldn't
Actually-
say that.
Yeah, he wouldn't say that. You can't say
He
that.
would not be able to say
You try to say that and you fucking burn.
He would just say, now you know my secrets. You didn't hear that first, but you didn't.
Other than our reasons,
This is great.
that we may not trust you for going to hell, and you may think that we have a bias because of that. Do you specifically have any reasons that we should not trust you?
I honestly do not believe that I have any kind of reason why you wouldn't be able to trust me.
Enough roll.
Eight intelligence, that'll do it.
This
Hey,
is
intelligence,
really
that'll do
just
it.
Among Us.
Wait,
If you guys have ever-
wait. You were saying something about my eyes. Can you elaborate?
Oh, it was just the message I received, just like Pyre and Ulf and you seem to have received about someone, and my message just was regarding someone's sight, and I immediately thought your eyes seem a little different. Maybe your sight has a little, some kind of empowerment to them.
I do feel like that. I do feel like they might have something, but I don't know its source.
Right. I suppose the only other one who would this message be about would be Ulf, but he was the one who casted this area. I can't imagine him being the one who's untrustworthy here.
I'm always an open book, but if this is what is required to get you all to trust me fully, then this is what is required.
Cowabunga, cowabunga.
No. Before we do that, we haven't spent any
down.
time with Graz yet.
Yeah.
So as I turn back to look at Graz, I will ask again. Do you have any questions that you want before I ask you?
You didn't finish your story about Jormungandr.
Ah, yes. Well, that is a bit of a tricky situation, so hear me out before making judgments. As far as I'm aware, Jormungandr wasn't always a god. But he somehow attained enough power to get to that point. Ulf wouldn't know how that happened, right?
Yeah, you would. You would.
Like that would be some pretty specific information how he attained that amount of power.
I mean, you could assume this is what happened pretty confidently. The thing that I sent you earlier.
Let me
Unless
just
you're
make sure.
lost on it.
No, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
It seems that I have a reason to go to hell as well. And I think that you should probably know it. I think Jormungandr himself was actually a devil before he attuned to godhood. He's broken his shackles and has become a god himself. And I would like to find information. And I think we're better to find information on a devil that was able to attune to godhood than hell itself. With that being said, sometimes his... and he's going to kind of struggle internally with this because he knows it to be true, but this is pretty, like, fucked up for Ulf to say, like... sometimes his means in getting things done may be questionable at best and downright nasty at worst. But I do fully believe that everything he does is in the greater good. Yeah. Cat's like, did you just, like, full out just tell me that my god is actually a devil? Like...
I'm starting to wonder, am I also... also with world terms?
Nobody's
hey man,
perfect.
maybe I shouldn't start just pledging to randomly to everybody and just accepting them.
I do fully believe, however, that no matter what means he gets there, everything he does is in fact in the greater good.
But what is the greater good?
Well, would I... That's a good question. Sensei, I gotta ask that
Yes.
question. What's the greater good?
The greater good depends on context.
Yeah, so what if Ulf had to pinpoint what the greater good is to Jormungandr himself, what would that be? And you can you can speak through Ulf, because I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, he's gonna say
whatever you tell me, he's gonna be truthful.
Yeah, so it depends on the sort of context, but this is just an ideal of his in general. For example, like this is just like, you know how gods they embody stuff or whatever. This is one of the traits that he does embody. He isn't the god of this, but you know what he does. So like for example, if it's if I have to drop kick my friend in the face to give them food later, then yeah, I'll do it for the greater good, right? Or if I have to do like one terrible thing, let's go a little bit more extreme, I have to kill one person to save 100 people, yeah, it's worth it to do it. Don't let emotion cloud judgment.
I got an answer for you then. He's gonna turn around. I believe to keep everything in balance and everything in check.
Out of game, that's some Thanos shit.
Like, I want to unplug my mic just so I can drop it. All right.
What you're saying is Ulf is like the embodiment of Thanos for Jormungandr to come and wipe out half the population. Okay, I'm behind this, Ulf is now the BBEG. I'm good with this.
The ends justify the means to the Jormungandr. That doesn't
Yeah, we
necessarily
got-
mean that the ends justify the means to
Everyone else.
Hey,
Well,
Agnew, you got a
well,
little bit of another character in the running.
that is as truthful as I can possibly be. And
Funny thing is we wouldn't know because you're the one that can tell.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, unless someone wants to cast Zone of Truth on top of me.
No one else has to know the truth.
This is fucked, y'all.
I would just like to point that out. I saw that earlier. I was like, none of us would know. Like, Ulf would be lying off his ass, and no one
Ulf would be
know.
lying off his ass. But do you? The question is, does Pyre think that as like pious as he is towards Jormungandr, that he would spell out that Jormungandr has a darker side to him?
I don't doubt you.
I'm just saying.
just making a funny observation. Yeah.
I mean, out
Yeah.
of game, yeah, I could be lying my ass off, and y'all are in for a fucking wild ride. Excuse my language.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Suddenly, Ulf becomes
Actually, a
an
question. How long does Zone of Truth last?
10
It's
minutes.
10 minutes. I'm about to get to, and if,
Yeah,
if
you'd
you
probably be
make
getting
me,
real close to that 10-minute
yeah.
marker.
So we're getting over to Graz here. Graz,
The bear in the room.
Grassy bear, haha, Grassy bear.
Nice one.
Not a fan of
This
those.
This
Not a
just
fan.
became a thing. This just became
Nope,
a thing.
not a
Grassy
fan.
bear.
Do not care for it. Nope. Can't lie about it. Fucking hate it, man. But that's okay. That's okay. Fine.
Is that a
Nobody
lie
tries
that
to
it's
pronounce
okay?
my name.
I like Graz.
No, that's just her like it's okay because I know that no one's gonna try to pronounce her name correctly. That's just how it is, basically.
I'm
Is
just
what
messing,
that okay
I'm just
meant.
messing with you, Sammy.
I know.
With you saying that, breaking the fourth wall, Auroraverse. I have been told to save you, but I don't quite know what that means, and I know you may or may not know, but is there any reason, or is there anything you can think of that you may need saving from?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't. I don't think so.
Would you ever try to hurt any of us? I've asked the same question to everybody else. Any of us or Thorin?
I can see many situations where I would do so if accidentally or on purpose if the situation called for it.
That's
Like
what
we've
I'm
all hurt
saying.
we've all hurt each other in battle on accident and on purpose. There are a lot of times where I would hurt someone if the situation warranted it. I don't have any plans to hurt anyone. I haven't planned anything against any of you. Or Thorin.
I guess the question left for the group then. If there is someone who planning or intends to harm one of our members, how do we move forward? All of you have said that it will not be you. Which, frankly, out of game, would only leave me. But
Damn, everybody looking sus here.
I would like to ask just one question to everyone. Are your goals to defeat the darkness at
Yes,
this time?
Yes.
absolutely.
To me, it would be yes too.
I believe that would be the end goal here.
We should also learn from it.
I think
and,
Yahato's the only one who didn't say yes. He kept quiet.
I did say it.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We should also learn from it to prevent it from the future.
Damn, my mic gain was low again. Sorry.
I will I'll turn to each of you.
And no
I
one can
guarantee
speak
you,
to
you
him.
can trust in me in all things. And if you need someone to lean on, I'm here. Consequences be damned. As I really just want to yell out the C word right now.
No.
Don't do it.
Consequences be damned. I will be here.
That's a good name for it.
Consequences?
Yeah. Consequences
Well,
are attacking. Oh god.
If it isn't the consequences of my own
Right.
actions.
You called it Sensei, we'll eventually make it canon. It's the consequences now.
That's so fucking funny. I love
Yep.
it.
Here. Consequences be damned. I will catch you if you fall.
I have one last question though, Ulf.
About a minute left for Zone of Truth.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
About this zone that we're in right now. Do you know of the existence of anything that can resist or counter it?
First spell.
Or a spell, as he said.
Make a religion check, Ulf. Or not a religion check, Arcana check, my bad.
Okay, I was gonna say, you want to see the most screwed up thing? Alright, we'll do the Arcana check.
That is a
So,
10.
10? So,
Yeah, I got a -1. That's Ulf doesn't
Yeah.
know anything.
yeah, I mean, it's like... The first thing you begin to think about, if anything at all, would be probably the gods. The gods are kind of all-powerful, they're omnipotent beings. You begin to think towards that, but being a zealot in yourself, you know that gods themselves can't directly influence, harm, or... It's very rare that they can directly influence or harm or affect an individual negatively. Because if they were to do so, then there wouldn't really be much of a point of champions or aspects for themselves, you know, like Devas or what are the other ones? Empyreans and all that stuff. All the general, like, higher celestial beings. There wouldn't be a point for them.
God's powers giveth and they taketh away.
So, it's possible. It's just like, you know, that's just where your mind immediately goes to think.
Other than that, I don't, I'm not the most magical person here. As he'll turn and look at Pyre.
gods, huh?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Counterspell probably could remove the effect when it's being cast, but I don't think anything gets past it.
Is there anything before I'm losing the circle? But is there anything that anyone feels that they need to get off their chest now that
Not
they may be
anymore.
fighting against?
Hey, Sensei. If I were to activate True Sight right now, what would I see?
You don't know until you actually do it, which is the scary part.
Our fucking bunga, bro.
I activate True Sight.
Are you sure about that?
No, but I'm gonna do it either way because I asked.
100% confirmation.
Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we're about to go to the arena of the gods. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, let's do it.
You see as... Oh boy, alright, a couple things. Alright, let's do this.
He wants to know. He wants to peer through that enchantment magic. He wants to know what's going on.
Alright.
Metagame, it's only a matter of time before I have True Sight activated constantly without any kind of...
Well, you wouldn't have it activated constantly. That'd be a horrible idea. You would never... You would hate yourself if you had that. But, here's what it is. So, you look over towards... Let's go with the, Oh, wait, no. True Sight isn't Divine Sense. What is True Sight, according to Aurora?
True
Let me make
Sight
sure.
sees through all illusion, darkness, invisibility.
You know what? I'll join him and
Gotcha.
activate my divine sense as well. So you might as well just wrap it all up.
And before he does this, he goes, about the eyesight, this might enlighten a little bit. And he's going to activate it and just be like, yeah, it's an ability I have, guys.
Alright, here's what we
Cool,
got. So, oh boy. So, with True Sight... Yeah, let's get the True Sight thing. Nah, we'll go with Divine Sense first. We'll go with Divine Sense. So, Divine Sense, Ulf, what you would find is for Pyre, you get a heavy celestial presence from him. You also get a little bit of elemental and humanoid, but mainly celestial and elemental. For Zappy, you get a heavy sense of celestial and more. For Anth, you get infernal or fiend, but also humanoid. For Grozwarro, you get basically just mainly humanoid, a slight bit of celestial, but not much. You can probably guesstimate that it's from Valkyrie stuff, or, you know, them worshipping a god, if anything. The last thing that you notice, this is a fun one. You look over towards Yahato,
Oh shit.
and you get a decent amount of Fiend and Infernal. Makes sense. Oculi. Okay, checks out. But you get a strange sort of sense of also Celestial. It's half and kind of half. Out of game, very similar to what happened when Zephyr did the same to Spike.
Okay.
Now, with your True Sight thing, here's what you would notice, Pyre. You look around and you would see, looking towards the marks, that there are several individuals sort of surrounding you. You notice as there is these massive sort of dragons, like the illusory images of them writhing and flying about this entire area. You see as one begins to burrow into the ground and then rise out, burrowing in and out over and over again. Another one sort of sticking towards the likes of the snow, residing in pools of water, looking down upon you all. Another individual sort of wrapping themselves almost like a serpent amongst the entirety of this sort of zone. Another flying, but without wings themselves, seeming to fly by other means, by pure will. There is one that is not here, but another one that is also missing. And lastly, there is something preventing from all of these dragons or draconic individuals from entering into said zone. You look over and there is a hefty amount of astral light and nature surrounding you all. Almost like in a dome preventing the other draconic individuals from getting in and saying what they wish or doing as they wish, preventing anything from happening. You see, as they look directly towards you, you see a draconic face. One that would have been familiar if you remembered the boat, but you do not. They stare directly towards you in a similar hue towards your own skin. Before the zone of truth breaks and shatters, and along with it, they're all gone. The draconic sages leave your presence, and the zone of truth is over.
Okay, I wasn't really expecting that. I was just
Holy
wanting
shit.
to figure out what the magic was on an Anth, but okay.
You do notice
I'm
that
curious too.
as it leaves, the astral nature that was over Anth seems to fade, and all enchantment magic is gone.
Interesting.
Holy.
So I don't see anyone that is shape changed or invisible or anything in the ethereal plane,
Nope.
or see past any visual illusions.
But there is one thing that you would notice. There is something strange with Yahato's blade. You had detect magic. I almost forgot about that. Yahato's blade is magical, for sure. But that's about it. It's divine. That's all.
Big ass axe that I have on my back is also magical.
That too.
The one you
That
just
too.
gave me.
Oh right. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Ulf there, bud. By the way, I think it's still going on. I think it lasts for like a minute.
Yeah, you got like 40 seconds left. 40 seconds.
Hey, Ulf, is Jormungandr attached to the Dragon Sages by chance?
It's never.
Sensei, you're gonna have to help me out with that one.
He's never directly said anything about him. You never asked either. It's not.
That I'm aware of?
Yeah. It's a good question. You're just not sure. You just don't know.
Interesting. You said that there was one missing, right? So I could tell, like, there were. I would be
The
able
reason
to
why I
identify.
say that you know that there's two missing is because the information you gained from the Arena of the Gods with the Draconic Sages and like how to stop them, yada yada yada.
Gotcha. So we. Okay, so here's a real metagame question that impacts nothing that is in game.
I don't think you're gonna get an answer, but you can certainly ask it.
The certain page that I got talks about individuals, and one of them is lost, one of them is corrupted. Perchance, is that reference to the Draconic Sages instead of, for example, like the Valkyries?
Oh.
Okay.
Meta
I
game.
would never be able to answer that
wise,
question for you.
Yeah, metagame wise. So I think like putting as Dread putting things together. You have the Keepers, who seems that one of them is corrupted, and probably one of them is actually missing. You have Draconic Sages that are pretty much falling underneath the same thing, and there always happens to be the same thing around us. So, a specific thing that I got in game so that I can actually talk about it, out of like, is messages and whatnot that talks about cycles repeating themselves over and 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 over again.
The string
Think about this,
theories.
right? So you're probably talking all of it's the same thing, and we just keep repeating the same cycles. So
Oh, so it's like, okay, so I'm learning about the cycle rather than individuals. Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. But
you
yeah,
you either continue the cycle or you figure out a way to break it.
gotcha. And we actually did learn how to do that.
That you did.
Yeah. In game, you guys probably see some crazy shit going on with the site. As he's like asking these questions, not even thinking about it. But yeah, that's what Pyre does. I'm glad he's not dead.
That's a very nice surprise.
Good job,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
You lived.
You know, I actually didn't get rewritten and almost die from corruption damage, and extra damage. It's kind of
Oh.
nice.
1,000%. That is not how I expected any of that to go.
Nope.
Welcome
Hey.
to voting. You expect, oh, it's just a bug, and then you learn the meaning of life.
Hey guys, I asked. I was like, "Cowabunga, yes or no?" And you're like, "Sure," but just wait a minute. I'm like, "Okay." Like, I already got your okay.
Do we notice that Pyre was seeing stuff? Like
He was
wasn't.
looking around he was looking around as if he was lost and kind of high.
Yeah, there's nothing like no like magic aura or something around him. Like.
Not that you would notice.
Okay.
And I look over to Anthem like, and I have to apologize. As soon as the Zone of Truth ended, the enchantment went away as well. Interesting.
So what you're saying is that it was something that Ulf casted on me?
No, I could see the Zone of Truth, but something was attached to you or enchanting you when you were in it. I don't know what it was doing. It was just there. I didn't see anything, but yeah, interesting. And he just pulls out a book and just starts taking notes and like acting like nothing just really happened. Just like, oh,
Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed.
So what I'm gathering out of this is Pyre's trustworthy, Yahato's trustworthy, Graz is needing saving, and Ant is untrustworthy as hell.
What?
no, that's not. What
I knew I should have killed him. I knew it.
There is a traitor among. No, God.
I
We
saw
really are
Ant
putting among
hunting.
us.
I vote Ant out. I'm just kidding.
Out of
And-
game, I
and-
want you to.
and-
Oh no, good.
After this, Ant trusts Ulf a little less than he did before this.
I want you to know, from the conception of Soulbound, I always intended for it to have aspects of Werewolf Town of Salem, or I guess the most recent hip thing Among Us. I always intended for this.
Among Us was the
Congratulations.
worst name for the games anyway.
Hey,
Alright.
Sensei,
Yes.
there's been an
Then
interesting
after,
question.
we got Ulf.
After being attacked by the trees, as we were walking, Pyre probably would have checked, but nothing's missing from his spellbook, right?
Nah, nothing else.
Okay.
Ulf, you had something?
Ulf is just gonna kind of walk away, not really knowing how to feel about anything, because there were some pretty sus fucking answers from everybody. Like, ain't nobody really open up but Ulf. So, like, well, Pyre did a little bit, but yeah, he was just like, well, that failed spectacularly, as he just like starts going back to chop his wood.
I had some answers ready, but I never
Ulf.
got the questions. Like,
I have one. Or actually, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
It was the good first step.
Sus ass party.
See, at least with the Ascent, they're sus and they're openly sus about things.
At
See,
least
Ulf-
y'all, well, kind of. At least y'all know that Ulf is honest, like, and isn't hiding
we?
anything.
do we?
I mean,
The-
he would have to be a lot smarter than what he's letting on to be if that was the case. Like, if he was hiding stuff, he'd have to be a hell of a lot smarter than he's letting on.
I mean, your greater good answer was I don't know, but
I can only tell you what Sensei told me, okay?
He doesn't know
I
Sensei. Ed doesn't know Sensei Suplex, but I know Sensei Suplex. Oh man. So
On the plus side, Graz trusts everybody a little bit more because they all said they were fighting the darkness. So
true.
congratulations.
Wasn't a complete loss.
Except
You know.
Zappy. Zappy didn't say anything.
yeah,
He didn't say anything.
I mean, he tried earlier to
He-
say, but no one could talk to him.
He barked.
Pretty
He
sure.
barked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he barked.
I want to kill and eat all of your bones. Hi, I'm Zappy. Pizza chat, that fucking fraud. So, I guess the question is, what are you guys doing as a party? Are you continuing forth in your journey, or are you sitting here for anything else?
I'm finishing on the rest. We chopped a bunch of wood. I'm finishing that up before we head
All
out,
right,
but-
yeah. From that, from earlier, you got 2 materials, resources. They're just from the
and,
single tree.
Yeah. If nobody else does, and would just start picking like the charged mana
Oh, yeah, you already did.
berries.
You already
crystals.
did.
Okay, okay, that's done too, right? Oh, he would also pick some of the uncharged ones.
Seeing
Definitely.
if we can grow
All
our
right,
own
add 10 uncharged ones to your, like, write it down.
Yeah.
food. Can Pyre, as everyone's doing stuff, can Pyre actually start trying to teach Zappy like how to control like the bolt magic he uses by like using Ray of Frost and Firebolt and trying to teach him like, hey, here's a little tips of like better accuracy and stuff like that.
If you're doing that, Pyre, we're doing that with like the rabbit skins, so we can teach this man to hunt. Or this little dog to hunt.
You can certainly try, but you can't talk to him, so describe exactly how you're trying to train him.
Oh my god, Sappy's basically Thanos' daughter, and now you're teaching him to destroy the world for
I mean, to be fair, when when Karas was in care of him, he gave him a single dagger. A single dagger to hold.
Yep.
Oh,
Wait, didn't Sappy also have the fucking holster for the dagger? Like, or
He
the,
did.
Yes,
He
see?
did.
Meta game, what you don't know is Zappy's gonna get much larger, and then we're gonna start calling him Fenrir.
Oh,
And then we'll use him as a mount and ride into battle.
Bruh.
And Sappy's a devil who turns into a god.
He is Jormungandr.
We have it all figured out.
Writes down notes, but go
since
ahead.
you're probably talking about how I would train him. I'd like make sure he's watching like charge up like he does, and I would like try to like show different like angles and like how to predict where the bolt's going and kind of like mimic the charge that comes from his mouth.
So
It's not gonna be great because I can't communicate with him very effectively, but it's still like little bits of like, hey, I'm trying to teach you something,
that said,
and just repetition.
Pyre, as you begin to conjure up these sort of arcane spells, you begin to fire it forth and try to show you using precision and aim. You notice as the sort of sparks and the lights begin to get Zappy's attention as he begins to see what you're doing. You strike over towards a tree, and at first he thinks that, oh, it's time for battle, and he gets ready to start shooting out a sort of lightning blast. Make an animal handling check for me.
Hang on, let me look for something. Hang on, I'm looking. It's taking me a second. There we go. Can I just say that I rolled a 17 with Portent? So 17 plus 2?
Yes, you can. With a 19, you begin to reweave fate as you have predicted forth. You look and see as Zappy begins to try to strike out off to the side, and the Eldritch lightning begins to strike into the tree, exactly where you hit the first time. You notice as Zappy is striking about, it's sort of wild, untamed, and he lacks a little bit of discipline or lacks the sort of will to control it. But you as a wizard, you know the practices of magic. It's up to you to determine where his magic comes from, as that can determine how he should control it. For example, does it come from his natural intelligence? Does it come from his sort of charisma or his first force of personality? Or does it come from his sort of understanding of the world and how it works, and wisdom? It'll be up to you to kind of figure that out and then help him or design training around that fact.
Okay.
But that's what you get when you're 19. You have the direction on like how you want to train him and how to go about it. It's easier again if you could probably just skip all that if you had a way to talk to him though.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't. So.
So with that, we look towards everyone. Is everyone ready to continue forth?
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless there's any rabbits or anything around, pretty much.
Nah, not in this area. Not in this area. But so,
I think.
FYI, I'm always scanning for food.
okay. All right. So, as you all begin to continue forth, traveling further and further, Roswell, are all you leading the charge? You begin to stumble upon a smaller path that continues to lead forth. A path that you didn't originally take when you were running for your lives for other reason, because you were running towards another mountain, not this way. You begin to stumble across a little bit more of an opening in the forest. You hear the rush, or actually no, you wouldn't hear the rushing of water, but you would notice as there is a sort of dip in the ground, and looking about, there is a path of an icy filled sort of pathway. Up ahead, you notice as there is bits of, not necessarily civilization, but the remnants of civilization in a building, a bridge as well. You come across and you find what seems to be a old sort of factory or mill of the sorts. As you begin to do so, you look around and about, but you notice as you are not necessarily alone, but these individuals here haven't noticed you. They don't seem to be alive or humanoid-ish, but you see as their bones are sort of exposed, flesh and more hanging from them, they seem to reside in the area as you see multiple bits of skeletons and the undead. With that, let me show you guys the map.
Yay, map.
All right.
Yay, fireball.
So, you see as there are several individuals sort of scattered about off to the side, and they seem to be just sort of standing here aimlessly. Some are moving and sort of grabbing things from the likes of this sort of caravan, or this little wagon more so off to the side. Others, these sort of skeletons over here are kind of just standing amongst the bridge just aimlessly. The ones over here are kind of just looking at this sort of small shack, kind of messing with a couple things, looking towards swords, grabbing stuff, and then sort of readying themselves for something. Regardless, they haven't noticed you. What would you all like to do?
Oh my god.
All you guys got to do is tell him to go, and he'll start screwing stuff up. But he's gonna wait for you guys to do whatever you want.
Were I'm sorry if I missed it, but were these creatures? Did they have any signs of the any astral coloring to them or anything like that?
Looking at them, perception check.
Can I also try?
Sure thing. You do it with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
12 and 11. Ugh. Between both of you, nah, you don't see any astral coloring. They seem to be standard skeletons, from what you can tell.
Standard skeleton.
So where's the necromancer?
Indeed.
Graz is squinting her eyes and just kind of quietly says to herself, Jason? No, not Jason.
That's funny.
Just
so
for
she
limit.
lives here now. So
Yeah.
Guys, do you think those things right there could talk?
I doubt it.
Hmm. Would they be hostile then?
It's only one
Only
way to
one
find out.
I
They
suppose.
look. They look like they're carrying weapons.
All right then. What are we
Think
waiting for?
If Yahato's going, like, Ulf is going to go with him ever so slightly,
Question.
and just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all stealthing? Are you trying to not make your position known, or are you rushing in? Choice is yours.
Hmm.
Whether you
Ulf,
want
what
to
you
go
want?
full on assault, or if you're stealthing.
I mean, we're not aggressively walking, but I don't think Ulf is very stealthy.
Yeah,
Like,
Yahato isn't
hey,
either.
we're walking here. Hey, skeletons. Hey, how's it? We're walking. We're just walking.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I think.
Alright.
I think honestly, like, we
Wait.
probably.
Hold on. Anthony,
I'm
you're
gonna-
gonna try to say
oh.
something? Oh, what the fuck, Thorn, you're not here.
That- I assume it's very clear that the water is not frozen here.
No, it is. It's just I can't
Oh.
find the map or whatever for it to be.
Okay,
That's just a
then
voting
never
thing, you
mind.
know.
Yeah, never mind then.
All right. So if you're just walking up or whatever, let's just do this. Whether they're dumb.
We're just
14,
walking.
9. Yeah, at one point, as you're sort of getting closer and closer towards the skeletons, you'll notice as one of them will begin to start looking over off to the side. And with that, they'll notice you and begin to get ready to draw their weapons. However, as you're getting ready to get ready for the unleash an arrow from their short bow, what are you two doing in response?
I'm gonna hold my action that if they decide that they want to start talking, I'm just gonna basically bring Jormungandr's light down on top of his head.
Yahato will look at that and be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yahato.
Let's not do anything stupid. Can we talk?
You hear clacking.
Can I use disguise self to make myself appear as one of those skeletons?
You
Always
look over. Did you let the party know, or like kind of get
No.
there? No.
No.
Oh my god, you are so dead, and oh shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm in front of half the party.
Make
I
a stealth
assume
check,
one
Ant.
of them would see this.
make a stealth check.
But not the two who are ready to murk skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
21?
And that's the story of Anth.
You begin to see as Anth begins to walk off to the side. I'd say Pyre Graz, you might notice that, and then immediately sort of walking out is another skeleton. Yahato and Ulf, you are not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
We're going to the arena of the gods one way or another, boys. Here we go.
Bring it on. I don't think you can control the skeletons. You just let me know where you want to go, buddy.
No, I approach Yahado and Olaf.
Oh my god.
All right, here,
Ulf
we're
is
gonna use your
100%
token.
like ready to call that power down on top of your head.
I am so much Eldritch
Yeah.
smiting you, buddy. But
As you do, Yahato and Ulf, you look over behind you and there's a skeleton. Oh shit! You didn't see that
Yeah,
one.
it's like as fast as soon as I get to a point where I can quietly try to.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say I'm gonna like jump in front of Yahato real quick and just like bring up my shield ready for him to attack.
Yeah, he'll unsheath the sword and be ready and be like, what about you? Do you talk?
Yes, I still talk. I'm not one of them actually.
Do I recognize his voice?
Yeah, you do. But you also recognize this. Hold on. Does a 15 hit for Yahato? Yes, it does. And also does
Oh
a
shit, yeah, I forgot.
does a 8 hit for Ulf? No, it does not. You'll see. Oh, whoops! I threw a fucking short sword, but it's the same modifier. But you'll see as the arrows will begin to fly towards you. Ulf, you'll see as that one of the arrows trying to strike you just sort of tings off your armor onto the ground. Yahato, you feel a sort of pricking sensation as it slightly cuts a little bit towards your leg, but you're fine. With that, what was your question, Ulf?
One just tried to attack me.
This one, North one.
May the light
I
shine down.
intervene?
As I will, that will be my action if you were allowing me to hold that action.
Yep. Alrighty. Cast the spell towards the individual and let them meet their wrath.
And all you
Holy
hear
word.
before you do that, like, wait!
Don't just shot me with a short bow.
Anta trying to wave his hands to the skeletons as if a friendly sign of ceasefire.
I'll give you. I'll tell you what. Wolf will give you a 50% chance because he was like ready for this. If you tell him to wait, you can take a 50% chance and whether or not you can stop him. But he's gonna do it if you can't stop him.
51 or higher, you can stop off. Roll a d100. 72? Goddamn. Alright, now Anne, make a deception check with advantage because you look like one of the skeletons and they're kind of stupid.
I'll continue to wait and hold that action.
Oh my god!
That...
28 and a 29. You see as Anthony's like, wait, hold, ceasefire, towards the skeletons. You see as they have one of the arrows drawn. And they sort of cock their head, confused.
And
clack a little bit.
yeah, he's attempting to do some like fucking clacking.
Oh my god.
They look at you very confused.
Yeah. Is one of them still? They are looking away from the party now.
They are confused and trying to figure out and understand what you are saying or doing. This one still, I mean, they both have their weapons drawn, but yeah.
Yeah, he's just motioning the skeletons to follow.
Hold on one second, I gotta make some checks. Oh my god. Alright, they're fucking deaf. Alright. You motion for them to follow?
Yeah,
Pretty good deception check from earlier. Yeah, yeah. They'll start walking over.
I am the fucking skeleton king, right?
You'll see as they point over towards Ulf and Yahato. What do you say or do?
Did he just do it?
Whack finger, like no.
Persuasion check. You have advantage because you deceived them from earlier and you also disguised. 21 and 25.
Okay, well, this...
You'll see as they look over towards you, Ulf and Yahato, they look over towards Anth. They'll slowly draw back their bow, holding it down, then begin to start following over towards Anth.
I'm gonna keep within 60 feet of them.
Yeah,
Whatever
he
that
would
may
like
be.
point to the party and also like motion follow.
Yeah, I have a question. Did Graz see him change? Like she was watching.
Yeah, you're
Okay, cool.
smart. You and Pyre are smart enough to know, like, hey,
Cool.
Anth went into the bush and now there's a skeleton coming out. And you know that he's capable of disguising himself at this point. If you saw the
Cool.
whole thing with Yahato.
Cool. So Graz says, "Thank you. We didn't come here to fight. We would love to go wherever
And-
you're taking us. Thank you."
Oh my god, really?
Overplaying it. Oh.
You'll see as the skeletons look over towards you. Graz, for a second, they just stare. And then they just shrug. Alright. So, Anth, where are you headed? Are you headed further up or are you heading towards the mill? Choice is yours.
Getting to the point where it's like around these bushes, trying not to be visible to the ones who are closer to the cottage.
Okay.
How do we follow him?
You got it. At this point, you see as the skeletons are still wandering, and they begin. This one off to the side, he sort of taps you on your shoulder, and it's kind of a confused sort of look, despite the no real expression.
And with that, I will just take a swing at this one.
Fucking stab him. Alright, and with that, Ulf, you want to let your ready to action go off?
Yeah, I'll do the other one, I guess.
You have advantage on this, Ulf, or Anth, just in case of a crit.
Okay.
Same thing with you, Ulf. Alright, so we take the.
I think I need it. 19.
19. Alrighty. Yeah, that will hit, dealing 7 points of damage towards this one, towards the north. You'll see as you begin to unleash a holy word towards them as they begin to slowly burn and tear away from the divine radiance. They stand strong as their bony remains are haphazardly keeping them together. Meanwhile, Anth, you strike out with your short sword, slashing over towards them, kind of towards the neck, and they begin to, or you almost see as it flies off for a moment before they realign it and readjust it. With that, what are the rest of you all doing?
What do I need to cast Eldritch Blast out of combat?
Oh, you just cast it.
Oh, I just cast it. All right, so
This is all
I'll try and
happening
hit.
before they're able to react.
Okay, I'll try and hit them both then. Give me a sec.
All right.
Holy shit, my mouse disconnected. Anyways, I'll target this one and
20 to hit, 2 points of force damage will strike that one as it blasts over and strikes them directly into the back, nearly sending them onto the ground with this horrible death. The second one, though.
the second one.
13 will hit, 3 points of force damage. You send both strikes out simultaneously as it blasts them, sending them backwards for a brief moment. They stumble a bit, but they're still alive. Groswarl and Pyre, you have your turns if you want to take them. After that, they're going to try to stab one of you guys.
I go first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
I know, I meant like you go first.
Oh,
It's all good.
I would, yeah. Irish just gonna cast Firebolt at one of them.
You got it. 12, you cast a firebolt, but it begins to miss. Oh no, we lost an individual. They're dead! Oh no, Sammy.
Oh no!
As it begins to happen, you send the firebolt over towards as it strikes into them. Meanwhile, you'll see as he begins to writhe back, and he's going to just charge over towards probably Ulf, and he's going to try to stab hit directly into his chest with the short sword. As soon as this happens, 15 will miss. You put up your shield, and you're able to block and parry. Meanwhile, this one's going to try to strike out towards Anth, trying to take his head off. 8 will miss. You duck out of the way, and you're able to push him also off to the side. With that, you see it's a struggle. Groswarl, you're back. You can try to strike this skeleton if you wish. Same thing with you, Anth. Actually, Zappy's gonna try to kill this guy
Go first,
over here. No, he's hitting the one on the bottom, so you can hit the one on the top.
Cool.
7 plus straight roll. Nope. She just keeps getting straight up taken to the shadow realm. Everything good, Sammy?
I have no idea what's happening with my Discord. It's just popping in and out.
try and
You
restart
must have
it.
some American version that keeps fucking.
Oh man. So with that, you'll see as the skeleton or tries to strike over, however they miss. You'll notice as Zap begins to start conjuring a bit of electricity and fires forth, but not able to do so. Groz, you take one single axe, seeing all of this, and immediately decapitate the individual as they drop down dead and defeated. One more remains, but they are still alive. Which one of you want to try to attack them?
I still have another attack, so if I can reach him.
Go for it. Make another attack.
Target. Come on, target. There we go. I think my computer's just dying. I am so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Ka-chow.
23 will hit.
Ka-chow.
7 points of damage. You decapitate one and then throw the axe towards the second one. As it strikes them into the back, you'll notice as they turn into an explosion of bones and ruins. With that, you look towards the remains of these skeletons, and it seemed to be that, well, it didn't attract their sort of attention for right now, but they probably will be investigating it soon. Choice is yours. Where are you guys going? Are you going towards the mill to see what they're up to, or are you continuing forth?
I'm not sure. Wait, I need to check. Does this guy self last? Doesn't break on
Nah,
taking an attack or anything?
it does break when you take an attack.
Yeah, I assume so. Okay. So I would just go. Just to be clear, I just didn't want to fight on the bridge to draw any extra attention.
Oh,
I mean, that was kind of unnecessary. We could have killed them in the break, but yeah.
Sure, but we don't know how many of them are there. So.
Can we see these two? That are like.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Anth, are you still disguised?
No,
No,
he is not.
Oh, damn.
it breaks when I took the attack.
Can you disguise yourself again?
Nope.
Damn it.
Can I see what they're unloading out of this caravan?
Make a perception check for me, Ulf.
Can I do that too?
Me too.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
As you
I'll
guys
try
are trying to see that, Pyre walks up the cross, goes, "Fire bear."
Fire bear.
21, 21, 21. Hey.
Oh.
All right, so as you begin to look over, it seems to be they are unloading bones of the sorts. Bones, and also, from what you all can tell, yeah, you all rolled very, very well. A bit of, like, I guess to put it easy enough, kind of like bone meal, in a way. It's definitely strange whatever they're carrying, but it is an overabundance of it. And you see as they're carrying it, kind of, as they're grabbing it, carrying it inside over to here.
Oh.
But what creatures eat bones?
Plenty. Take your pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
better
in
question-
game,
oh, mhm.
like in game, these are some awful creatures apparently. Like, but out of game, not my business, not my problem. Let's go.
Yeah, the question is not, do we want to find out more or do we
You want to mess
go
around and find
here?
out? Like,
The bigger question is, do you guys think they're making bone skeleton people in there?
could be.
Well, and personally, Pyre's sitting here going like, "We're capable individuals traveling. Like, we can take care of ourselves. If it was like a lonely commoner to come past here, they would be dead."
Mm.
By
So-
Yeah, but
any-
are we heroes of some sort? I don't remember signing up on that.
Dodge!
Please don't do that.
You scream charge?
Roscoe Chicken!
Do you actually?
No.
Ah, okay, damn it.
That would have been funny.
The question
Lead
is,
Project!
so I assume the decision is that we find out what's going on here, or
Or
Hold
we
on,
can
I
He's
have a-
continue.
yes, he's 100% gonna lead this charge. Just fucking.
Oh, I'm gonna follow him if he says yes.
Hold on, clarification, Sensei.
Yes.
Are they taking the bone meal from the mill and putting it on the cart, or are they taking it from the cart into the mill?
Into the
place?
mill. Into the mill.
Into, okay, so there is like something in there that they are bringing the bones to. They don't have like, as far as we know, a murder factory, and they are exporting the bones. They are importing the bones. Okay.
Well, it does bring a question. Where the
mean,
fuck did they get the
Locally
bones?
sourced.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask right now.
Organic, free-range bones.
is Ulf actually moving towards them?
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm moving at this point. I think,
And we'll follow and tell. If it
Ah.
doesn't have any astral coloring, or it doesn't seem like it's in game with the darkness, I don't care if you're fighting it. I'm out. And he started carefully moving around the corners.
All right,
Well,
make
that's,
stuff
that's
check.
gonna be the first time I agree with Ant.
Yeah. If there's not like people being murdered in there, then
They got the
we
bones
should
from
get
somewhere.
going.
Mm,
Well, yeah, but they're bringing
That
the
is-
bones inside. They got the bones someplace else.
That
if,
is
you
true.
guys, if you guys are 100%, if everybody's telling me not to go, then I will follow you away.
I'm saying we see what's going on, but don't just rush into fight.
okay,
Maybe
so we.
let me
Who's
do some
stealthy?
scouting with someone else who trusts that they won't be seen.
Yeah, who's stealthy?
I don't think anybody is.
I am.
Pyre has
Yeah, I think
plus
it's only Anth.
4.
Plus 4? That's good.
Damn. Yeah, go.
All
Are
right.
you guys really sending the wizard to stealth into a possible death? Wait a minute, hold up here.
I'm fine going alone if that's what's the easiest here.
At this
but
point, you
if
won't notice
somebody's
as the skeletons
very
have made it into the building. So they are not here at
We
the
s-
moment, but who knows how long until they actually come back out, or if they'll come back out.
The ones across the
Are
river,
there
do we
any
see
windows or anything?
Say that again, Ulf.
Are there any windows on this mill?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure yes is the answer, but I need to know from where. I don't think from where you are looking in from. Let me check. Not from where
Pulls
you're
out a
looking in.
torch. Do we just burn it?
Do not light that.
So,
I mean, we're
as
trying to
you're-
be hidden. You don't really hide behind fire, buddy.
So as you look into this, or you guys looking into the crate, kind of as you're just closer into it, you notice as there are a bit of materials and more, but there's also a couple of soul coins scattered about. Besides the bones, there's not really much of anything besides just a crate and, well, a perfectly usable cart if you ever needed it.
So hear me out. We take the cart, and therefore we have a cart.
They're gonna come. They're gonna come after us if we
Well,
try to do
the only
this.
thing is, though, you're gonna have to pull said cart or find somebody who is capable of pulling it.
Isn't Graz capable?
Pull it.
Yeah,
Ulf and Graz. Nah.
We have Graz and Ulf.
So Ulf is just going to ask Pyre to see what's going on. Looking through one of the windows, get in there, get out, and hurry up. And if you get into trouble, Ulf will flatten out, like, charge
Are
in
you serious
between
about
you and
sending
them.
the wizard?
I'm thinking Anth is the one to send since I'm seeing a +9. You know,
Go figure it out then, Anth.
just saying.
Somebody go look in the window before this dude comes back out.
Anth, go do it.
Sensei,
You people have the worst ideas at times.
Sensei,
Go ahead,
Pyre's
Pyre.
gonna take anything of value from this cart because he doesn't like skeletons.
Investigation
Nothing
check.
comes good of it. Yeah.
How many
Investigation
soul
check.
coins is there?
I gotcha. You can help Pyre, so you can either make an investigation or you can give him advantage. Anth, you can keep on moving over. About right here, and I'll tell
I'll
you.
try and roll for
Yeah, I was thinking,
investigation,
is this
so-
like a platform on the side, or are you like a balcony kind of deal, or?
Balcony kind of deal.
That
So,
is a
Let's handle
21.
the checks real quick. So from what you all get looking in the cart,
24.
you get a total of +2 medicine stocks. You also get +4 soul coins, and you get +2 materials. After that,
See, and now we don't have to pay the sewer king off. It's our materials.
there you go.
Huh?
So-
That was the sewer king.
And as you're looking inside this area, you begin to slink off for a bit, and you look to find as there is a window up above, kind of on the second floor, excuse me. You can try to climb up this sort of thing, or if you got another way or means of doing so, that'd be probably best. But that is if you want to look inside.
Yeah, he would attempt to find anything that he would be able to look inside from. So I suppose he would try to climb up here.
All right, make a stealth check followed by an acrobatics check or athletics check, your choice. But first, let's make the stealth part. So 15, you're good to go. And then athletics or acrobatics, 23. All right. So if you're taking the more acrobatic route, you'd probably head over to this side, staying low, making sure to stay out of sight. You're going to climb up a couple of trees and begin to jump forth off to the side and hoist yourself onto the likes of this balcony. You look around and about. There are several windows if you would like to look inside.
Yeah, he would definitely try to sneak a peek inside.
Alrighty, one moment. Let me go grab this. So, oh boy, you're about to have a fun old time. Nope, don't copy him. Alright, so as you look inside towards this strange sort of warehouse thing, you see as there are multiple gears and multiple bits of machinery inside here. But more importantly, you notice as there are lots of sort of bones, bone meal, and more just scattered about, and also all sort of sludging around in this strange sort of contraption device over to the side. You looking over through this window, oh, you can't see it because of the thing, but kind of towards the right where you can see the light coming from. And inside there are only the two skeletons walking in for a bit, but there seems to be another individual who is, how you say, stirring something inside of here with a bit of a sort of kind of like just a random stick or a piece of wood that they found. They seem to be or have horns that begin to go kind of like not goat horns, but they kind of go back a little bit and then sort of curl up towards the end. Their hair is kind of reddish, more kind of pinkish, sides of their heads shaved, and they seem to have a more, not entirely able to tell exactly what gender they might be. They have sort of masculine sort of appearance, but also bits of feminine qualities. You're not entirely sure. But they dress in a strange sort of little bit of ostentatious design. Gold sort of jewelry sort of clamped around their neck and also amongst their sort of shoulders. A couple of jewels about. They have several books also around them, but here's the individual that you see. Alright. With that, they have, they're kind of just sort of adjusting their glasses and kind of just stirring about, going about their business. They look over towards the skeletons and make a perception check to try to listen in. What's that total? You said 12?
Yeah, 12.
You'll see as this individual begins to say, "Oh, thank you. Finally, you have returned. Oh, goodness. Yes. I should probably honestly be having you, one of you two, sort of stirring this. Actually, if you could, please be a dear and assist me in this." You'll see as they sort of toss out the likes of the bit of wood over towards one of the skeletons. And in turn, the skeletons will begin to walk over and dump more and more of the bones into here, into this sort of grinder thing. You're not entirely sure. Soon we'll have enough. Soon we'll have enough time. Or enough of you. But I will say we need to hurry up and get to work. So make sure you get the other three. We have more time before, well, the starry ones return. Want to make sure that we're well prepared and ready for them just in case they propose a little bit of trouble. That said, with that, you'll see as the individual or one of the skeletons will begin to start walking back outside. The other one is going to start stirring for a bit, and they are going to look around and about and begin to start just examining everything. And to make a stealth check as they begin to look around. They look over, and as you begin to see their form sort of shifting towards your general direction, you immediately begin to sort of hide about. Curious. Quite curious indeed. See as they begin to start walking off towards that direction. Anth, as this is happening, we return back outside the mill. What are you doing? You hear footsteps approaching further, but you also know that skeleton is heading out or back outside.
Honestly, he's not too worried about the team with just one skeleton going out. With the best of his abilities, he would attempt to cast message towards the person inside.
All right. As you cast message towards them, what do you say?
I heard you mention the starry ones. Are you working with them or against them?
You'll see as they begin to stop for a moment before they respond and say, "Oh, it wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. But heavens no, I did not work with the starry ones, but that depends, and that answer..." Oh, hold on. However, my actions, or my next action will determine this. Who are you and what do you want?
I suppose we could just say that me and the people I'm traveling with are just, well, travelers. and our goal is to defeat the darkness plaguing these lands.
Quite interesting. Here, if you seek to have a conversation, bring them in, or bring them inside, or stand at the front door. We'll talk in person. I have questions to ask.
Immediately after, Ant gets up and shouts, "Don't hurt the skeleton!" to the party at
You see as the skeleton just begins to walk out, immediately he's just sort of grabbing and scrambling for his fucking short sword. You see as the short sword just drops onto the ground, he's like, oh shit! He's looking about and he's like, What do you guys, so you guys are just looking at him, he just is like freaking, the skeleton's just freaking out right now.
Cross walks out and puts her paws up. Says, apparently there's a truce. We're not fighting. We're not.
I heard hurt the skeleton, but I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did all see Pyre taking all the stuff out of the cart?
Yeah.
He's gonna lean back over to Pyre, put it back in the cart. If things go wrong, we'll come back. But if we're staying with friends, you don't steal from friends.
Okay. Well, yeah, he agrees. Like, all right, he starts putting it back.
Got it.
If stuff goes wrong, right, and we end up fighting fighting people, like we'll come back out and get it. But you don't start off a truce by stealing from someone.
No.
Wise words, wise words. Just
So,
follow them.
question, do you all head inside the mill then?
Yeah, and Ant would definitely just jump down and.
Yeah, we wait
They're
for
like,
Ant to
okay.
lead the way.
Yeah, yeah, I assume so. You'll see as the skeleton is gonna just scramble and run all the way back inside. As they do, let me drag your tokens. Alright, so he's like over here, he's sprinting over for a little bit. Eventually, hold on, you're not here, and you're not here, so boop. Bam, come on. There we go. So, one by one as you lead, you can adjust your tokens to how you would be. You'll see as this individual begins to look over and walk towards the side, but keeping their distance and a fair distance amount of that. That is fine. Do not take another step.
Fine by me.
You'll see as they kind of groan and sigh before saying, I have several questions for you. Please answer them truthfully and we will have no problems or qualms depending on your answers.
Getting a lot of that today.
Trying to get this group to be truthful?
Wow.
Well, this will be an...
Well, we were all truthful. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't tell a single lie today.
Correct.
Did you say you trust us or something?
Oh boy, here we go. This will be just as exciting as before. Alright, are you several individuals alone?
Yep, I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, besides everyone you see here, there's no one that we know of. Except maybe if you have more of those undead creatures around.
Very well. Why are you all here then?
We were just passing by on our travels, nothing more. And we're curious what's going on here and, well, I mean, we were attacked by some of your minions, so we were careful and assumed the worst.
Persuasion check, Anth.
Please roll high. Please roll high enough.
If anybody wants to assist, you can certainly add to it, but, oh boy. Hold on,
I'll
where's...
assist.
What do you say? He seems, or they seem, a little bit skeptical. Is that so? Does
Yes,
anybody
as
wanna add
we-
anything?
As we walked in to come across, we needed to cross the bridge to keep going to our destination, and well, as we came closer, they raised torch bows. As things kept going, your minions out there fired upon us.
We of course tried to talk to them, but
We did try to talk to them.
And in fact, seems they don't talk very well.
Yes, of course, they're undead, and they can understand you, but they cannot speak. They lack vocal cords. Make a persuasion check though. Ulf. Or Yahato or Ulf, your choice.
I've got +10, so I'm I'm gonna say
Yeah,
probably
fair,
me.
Yeah, go ahead. I only got like +4.
Oh shit!
Damn.
The
Now
most
you-
persuasive man in
Better
Roden.
believe it.
Let's go.
Don't mess with Ulf, man. He'll steal your shit and sell it back to you.
This man was on the debate team for 8 years. Oh man, you'll see the individual will say, well, if you are looking to go to continue forth that way past the bridge, you'd be walking straight towards Rakdos's mountain, so probably not the smartest thing, unless you have an army, but well, that does bring another point. How many people have you killed?
I don't
Like in
rightfully
general,
know.
or like, can you be more
Cross,
specific?
what the fuck?
I'm a
Well, just-
Valkyrie. I fight.
Ulf just pipes up. Rightfully, I don't know.
I lost count of like 20 or something.
Damn, I'm with mass murderers. I didn't even know.
Says a lot about your characters. Very well. But what? Then the final question. Why haven't you left yet or attacked me yet?
Yeah,
I'm mostly curious.
her yet?
I'm mostly curious what you're doing here because this looks like very, well, fascinating operation you're running here.
I don't run around just killing everyone.
Oh,
You've given me no reason.
Noble. You're curious. You. Interesting.
He wasn't trying to override you. Sorry. Just
Nah,
answering
Most,
something.
Pirate goes, most of it was the crate of bones outside.
yes. I assume if you are as skilled fighters as you look and sort of tout from your kill count, I believe you've dealt with the astral figures. Kind of looking towards Pyre as you begin to speak up.
Not one of them. Just get that out there.
My word,
He's
it
good.
can
He's not one of
talk.
them.
They'll look
remember
directly
this-
towards you and then like really sort of like adjust their glasses for a moment. My goodness. Were you born? I'm sorry, my apologies for being so forward, but were you born like this?
No, I gained too much knowledge, and yeah, certain individuals had other plans for me apparently.
Not the corruption. Shit!
Not the one who did it this time. Not the one who did it this time. It wasn't me.
Zing! A bazinga!
Oh lord.
Oh man, Cross, make your highest saving throw. Do.
Yeah,
You're doing so well.
I was doing so well.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I have inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah, you can.
So
if you want.
don't you get advantage, or don't you get a addition because of Ulf's? Isn't there
she's at
something Ulf
19.
has?
Yeah, Ulf is
Yeah, she's
beside
at
you.
19 right now.
19.
So I have advantage in general.
Not advantage. Just you
Well,
get plus
you-
4 to your saving
Four.
throw.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
plus
have
four?
inspiration if you want.
Inspiration is a
mean-
reroll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16
Plus 4 is 20.
plus
That'd
4
be
is
20.
20. That'll be all you need. As you begin to do so, you or you watch as the marking upon your hand begins to slowly corrupt over. Let's roll some damage. You don't lose a memory. You're not an amnesiac, so you do not gain much of anything. But, oh god, you take 17 points of astral damage. You look over at the individual as they say, well, that was dumb. Do you...
Do we question, do we see that she takes damage?
Yes, you
Like-
do. You see as like literally her arm is being corrupted over, turning into an astral light, kind of similar towards kind of Pyre's arm and all that. For
Mhm.
reference.
Mhm.
As this begins to happen, go ahead, Yato.
I was gonna say, Yato just walk towards Groz, be like, "Hey, Groz, you good?"
Yeah, I said the word. Remember, I said don't say the C word.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's also same thing again. Reminder: we don't touch the marks together because stuff like this happens. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks though.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, I don't get it. What's wrong with saying the word corruption? Nothing happens.
What?
Did she just?
Yes, she did.
Let's just say we have that limitation for some reason, when we don't know why.
That's stupid.
Oh, trust
Yes.
me.
Agreed. Are you working with them?
Heavens no!
I-
I'm forming an army to march my way back to the sort of realm.
To
What
fight
realm
them?
would that be?
He's or yeah, he's gonna point towards the sort of horns.
I
Are you
believe
going
we may
to
have
hell?
the same destination.
Yeah, we're going there too. You should come with us.
Groz!
We need all
We
the allies
do
we
not
can get.
invite unknown people to come with us. We were having this discussion. I don't know how many times ago.
Yato, how long have you known me?
I don't remember. I don't remember anymore. A few days or something.
Few days, and you're trusting someone you met a few days ago.
I don't trust Ant.
I met him online, you know. He seems cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reddit.
Oh,
Don't trust
man.
us. but yeah.
So you'll see as the individual will begin to say, I is interesting offer, but I do not really know you all well. In fact, oh, my manners. Yes, answer, I am looking to literally go to hell, as I'm quite intrigued about it, and with a giant sort of swirling mountain of death, it seems to be that maybe it is a sign for something. I have other means to go there for, but that is none of your business. I guess for... you can just call me Tony for now.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Yeah,
Thank you.
hello, Tony. So I assume you've been at least recently around the mountain, as you said that it would be ridiculous to go there if you don't have an army. So I'm guessing there's a lot of hostile creatures around.
Oh, most definitely. They are massive in number. I do not know why they all sort of decide to gather around there, but regardless, I'm not specifically a person of martial variety. I prefer to let these individuals do the fighting for me. And pointing towards the skeletons.
Right. So, can we maybe help you make your army to get going faster, so everyone can get to hell a little bit quicker? I don't think we have any points of moving immediately there if there are enemy forces around it.
Why exactly are you all going into hell? I could maybe guess why you would, pointing towards Anth. But the rest of you, why would you want to go to that place exactly?
We have to rescue someone.
I have questions. Several questions to that someone.
Information.
I see. Make a persuasion check, Anth.
All right.
Let's
Alright.
go.
Natural 20, total 27. You'll see as the individual begin to think for a moment, looking around about. They'll sort of whistle, and you'll see as the skeleton will begin to help her over. As they begin to do so, you'll see she steps forth and looks over and says, I suppose that's a couple of more individuals to assist wouldn't be the worst thing to occur. I shall show you a sign of good faith, and I hope that you will not, how you say, exploit it. And you'll see as they begin to look over towards Auroraverse, and they'll begin to hold a symbol to something. Yeah, it's everybody here, make a religion check.
Okay.
You ready to see the most screwed up thing out of this entire game for Ulf?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
That is a.
You get the
I can
+4
actually
to
do this.
these for being close to
No.
whoever. Oh, that was just saving rolls. Yep.
It's only saving
Okay.
throws. Ulf has a -1 to religion, being a religious zealot. It's the most screwed up thing about Ulf's character sheet.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it's more of you know about Jormungandr, but you did not care to learn about any other god. You didn't need to learn about any other god. That's what it's basically about. So you'll see as 21, 19. Anth, you would know this anyways because of you or your heritage and more, and also what you learned in Hell. You see as they clutch a symbol to Rakdos. Rakdos is an individual who is, to put it lightly, they are the father of all the hells, the father of sin themselves, the 7 sins specifically. For each layer of hell, there are only 7, each represented by a layer of, maybe one would be wrath, another one would be greed, another one would be gluttony, another one would be envy, yada yada yada. But they seem to have a holy symbol to them, and as they clutch it forth, you're able to recognize that. But they will hold a simple hand out as they do so, and Graz, you will notice as your wounds begin to slowly heal, as they're going to cast a first level healing word on you, as a sign of good faith. With that, you notice as the astral light begins to slowly fade from you for a brief moment. With that, so, who exactly are all you people? What are your names?
My name is Yahato.
That's a lovely name. And the rest of you?
I'm Anthrax.
Very well.
I'm Grozraral, and thank you for healing me.
If you could repeat that one more time.
Grozraral.
Again?
Grozraral.
You can call her Grazi.
Please don't call me Grazi.
That'd be... unless you like...
It's
do you
not-
like nicknames or no?
It's not my name, but most people call me Graz, so that's fine.
Well, if it is not
Thank
your
you
name,
for
then
trying, though.
If it is not your name, then I will not call you that. Groz.
You can just-
can you please spell it out? That's not letters. Can you please spell it out, please?
That's not English.
Do I know the letters? Yeah.
I would hope so. You know how to spell your name.
It's GROZWARRORRAL.
This is going to be a work in progress, but Grozraral.
Thank you for trying. It means so much.
I feel like I messed this up, but it's just for another time. Thank you. And you.
It's like, I said it earlier. Come on.
Wasn't it out of game? Wasn't it?
It was in game.
Oh, okay.
They really did. They are actually trying. They'll look over
Yeah.
towards Pyre and Ulf, who I don't think they've introduced themselves.
Awful bow.
Did she ask? How did she ask? Who are we, or did she ask?
What is your name?
What
Who
her
are
name
you?
was.
Well, it was both,
Okay.
actually. It was both.
Okay. Okay. Fire.
Pleasure,
Ulf
Pyre.
bows and says Ulf.
A noble. Wonderful. Well, here.
And you are?
I...
Said Tony, bro.
You can just refer to me as Tony. Whether
Oh, yeah.
you...
Tony my tigers.
Whether you refer to me, pronouns don't really matter to me. Call me whatever. I am simply Tony.
Fluid, nice.
That being said, well, if you want to help me speed up this process, then I'll need all the assistance that you can get. So, grab a couple of bones about the sort of warehouse and more, and let's get to work. And so it's a pleasure to meet all of you for the time being. Along this.
One question though.
Yes.
Where exactly did you get all of these bones?
Oh.
If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I simply murdered everyone. No, I'm kidding. I did not.
Oh.
No, heavens no. If we're going to be traveling together, you do need to take a joke. But anyways, I know of, or how you say, an individual, a not very trustworthy individual, I must admit, a hag of the sorts. They taught me of a certain type of magic, one that I didn't even know existed. Have you ever heard of replication magic, is what they touted it to be?
Anyone heard of replication magic here?
Fuck no. Not even you, Pyre, which kinda is interesting and a little bit scary.
You probably see him not disturbed by this, but you actually just see him pull out a notebook and just start like, okay, class is in session.
So, essentially, in our brief time together, they assisted me, but I will say we had a little bit of a falling out. We didn't really see eye to eye. She was intent on traveling elsewhere to other places, and she, honestly, quite irritating to all hell, and quite dangerous. Stay away from night hags. Please stay away from night hags, if I must say. But anyways, besides the point, I digress. Replication magic is simply the magic to take one thing and replicate it, to kind of take one and make two.
What does that require?
Simply the item or thing that you would like to replicate. It requires a bit of extensive knowledge and practice towards it, and also it is not a fun process, to say the least. It is quite dangerous to the user and also the other individual. Now, thankfully, I'm only just using bones. They do not have souls. Their souls have long passed, but their bodies are still useful. There isn't an issue with that. Especially you pointing towards the Valkyrie, as you mentioned before.
I am so sorry. I was writing down all my notes. Could you please
good.
give me a TLDR about what they said?
Basically, they said replication magic, he talked to basically a hag of the sorts. They had a falling out, but said hag, taught them a little bit of replication magic, just a very, very bit. Said hag went to go do other things and went to another area, wherever that may be, and, he's also said to, fuck night hags, don't trust them. On top of that, replication magic, as far as they're aware, it is capable of taking one thing and making two out of it, but it's very dangerous to the user and the other thing involved. That's why they are not using or looking towards the skeletons. They're not using souls, so they're just bags of bones.
Yeah, out of character, like that would be fine since there's no souls involved, right?
There's no souls involved.
Okay, yeah, nope. As long as you're not killing people and using their souls, then we're good. Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it.
I figured as much because you mentioned something about Valkyries, but
Yep.
I assumed. Anywho, well, if that is enough for introductions, is there any other questions that you need to have, or shall we get to work? We need an army to build.
Nope. I'd say we go build that army.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, let's just do this. And with that, as you begin to look over, as Tony begins to explain what to kind of do, where to grab the bones and where to place them and more, you'll see as we slowly zoom out from this scene, we go towards another individual, looking towards them for just a brief moment. Our visions begin to change from this mill house, but instead to a mountain of the sorts. A mountain with plenty of individuals, plenty of fun, but also another person or thing. Inside this strange area, look towards this scene, you find them as they are surrounded in this strange sort of pit off to the side. It is glowing red hot as it shifts, or whatever the strange sort of portal or device that is in front of them, it begins to shift and change from the likes of a snow-filled wasteland, icy frozen hell, to that of a sort of absurdly hot one. Around them are bits of astral beings left and right, all around. As you look over and you find this. Oh boy. You look inside and you see as dozens, hundreds of the corruption are gathering forth. And inside you notice as this giant sort of rift has formed in this strange mountain, leading towards somewhere. However, at the head of this all, you'll look over and you'll see as a dragonborn individual seems to be conjuring something out of it. What that may be, well, we'll have to see next time on the Seven Souls when we come back. Now that, my friends, he did it! He did it again! Fuck! Oh man, thank you guys for playing.
Can't keep getting away with this.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I'm gonna break down stream and all of that sort of stuff. We got some lots of stuff to play around with. This is gonna be fun. Oh boy. But I'm gonna leave you guys to the splash screen. It's so you guys can guess the lore challenge, and I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, welcome to Soulbound. This is the screen. Activate. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Let me
Okay.
So, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. If you guys are just joining us, for those of you guys who don't know, my name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master who runs a giant, living, persistent universe alongside other dungeon masters like myself. All of the games that we run are in a world where they can affect each other in big or small ways, and you can get involved as well. So if you want to, all you gotta do, join the project, join the Discord, hang out in the streams, make sure to leave a follow on the stream, and hell, while you're at it, go to the YouTube version of this video, make sure to leave a like, because it always helps us out with the algorithm and more. So, that being said, you guys have been a fantastic group of individuals, great stuff. We're going to see if we can raid into anybody, if there is anybody else to raid into. Nothing from what I see for Saturday. Okay. So, with that being said, we'll be live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the Sunday game of Secrets in the Sands as we return back to the desert. All right, y'all. See you later.